See ya.
That take care.
Anyway,
this is a twisting highway to crazy. So I am feeling very beneficial that this stream is definitely going to help get those numbers closer to the affiliation because I've been getting lots of viewers and I've been really struggling with my Twitch channel, and I've also gone up 4 followers during the stream, so that is actually tremendous. Thank you guys.
Good.
Yeah, I am very appreciative actually. I'm also appreciative of the super chats that Monkey sent, even if they are demented and psycho as crap. To be clear, I don't have to read them again, but just so Cap can see what I was dealing with.
Uh-huh.
But at least I don't have to put up with those comments. He's sending me money with them.
Yes, as long as it's monetizing, say what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, like we'll read it. We'll totally read it. Everybody in chat, if you want it, all send me the most offensive, derogatory, bitchy super chats. We will read them. Hit me with your best shots.
Yeah. Uncensored. Might even throw in visual aids.
Hit me with your best shots.
No, and the
Eagle Rider chats.
And the discussion on the other issue, though, it's like I've already gone through. This Kakuri guy decided to unblock people and start talking again. He's trying to play peacemaker. Where is he? Trying to say, well, there's good people. I said, no, I don't buy the good people thing. Let's see, what's that? I disagree about them being actually good people. Everything I've seen about them, Peterman included, and to get their reprobates of the First Order. The only thing I want to hear regarding any of them about this point is their obituaries.
Yay.
They can't ban me for that. It's just,
hey, kitty.
I didn't specify how they meet their demise, only that they do. And then,
see, I will admit, because I am trying to take care of a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
To fix up my house, which needs a lot of work. To get the house to a place where I can actually start a weekly maid service because my medical is getting to the point where I can't do the bending and cleaning correctly anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm doing all this stuff to the point where I need the money, so I don't care. I'll be a little hoe. I'll put up with almost anything. Just send me the supers.
I'm needing a new car. Okay. The raise starting next month is going to help a lot, but and if we can get the stupid voucher verified, that'll help enormously. But I still like my super chats are open too, guys. Pop over to my channel and watch this.
Humiliate us. Hit us with your best shot. Yeah. Smack us right in the tits with it. Come on.
Yeah, straight, flat, right in them.
I guarantee you, I've taken a shot to the tits before. I can handle it.
That's why she's called Melon Lord.
Just saying. I mean, gotta be honest, right?
And part of retrieving items from the storage unit, I'm trying to make my headway in there. Hopefully, finding our multi-region DVD and Blu-ray players. I'm sure I'm close. I got a feeling they're probably in a tub right there. I just can't get it to a bunch of shit on top of it. But found this little jewel.
There's
a little book here that
Ooh,
see the lenticular thing of the ship going.
You being called out, Captain.
These are the voyages.
Oh Lord! Apparently, I am going to deal with dad jokes. Hello, Gatsus.
Greetings.
How you doing?
Am I having to break out Kermit here?
Greetings.
Welcome to that house.
I bear gifts.
Oh?
Yeah, a little pop-up book here, though. Look at this. See, it is cute. It is neat. This is back when they knew how to market this show.
That's actually pretty cool.
Wow. That's an interesting thought.
I don't think you can do those anymore.
I don't think it would hold off a lawsuit from Lucasfilm, especially now. But yeah, we get
technically the word
Oh,
Darth.
that pops the Borg looks
Technically,
so
the word
cool.
Darth has existed in language for a long time. They can't push it.
Let's see. What are they going to here?
Yes, you are. Somebody's in your chat supporting you.
That's
Also,
good.
thank you for the super chat. Spanking
Speaking
stream?
straight.
No.
Hey, the wormhole.
That's all. No. Thank you. But thank you for the super chat.
Okay.
Oh, is that the one?
I think that was a
near
present
the
from Steph,
DS9
actually.
station.
I think that was a Steph from. Yeah, I think Steph got that for me.
You do, kitty cat.
Hey, do you know why Star Trek characters make the worst sports fans? Because they always.
Wow, Parrothead. Damn.
I'm hearing cats.
Wow.
Oh, that
Okay,
might be my grandma's cat. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That was.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what do Star Trek captains have in common?
Watch
What-
it.
They have 3 ears: a left ear, a right ear, and
And
a
the final frontier, yeah. Okay, Cuddy, let's work on you here.
Yeah, do you know why people confuse Star Wars with Star Trek?
Because they're idiots.
No, because it's a Wookiee mistake.
Ooh.
Cringe.
Brr.
I wonder if staples would work.
Depending on what you're stapling.
My Kermie's got a little tracheotomy, unfortunately. Things got a little bit.
Kermit.
I'm going to just pull the stuffing out here so I can get to it better.
The memes that they do with that puppet have totally destroyed how I look at that puppet.
Yeah, I'm imagining all of them. Not right now.
As I'm reaching up his gut, pulling his guts out.
What
Miss-
is it, kitty
Miss-
cat?
Miss Piggy, I'm Jewish.
I'm sorry, Piggy, but you're not kosher.
Exactly.
Yeah. Science, what are we going to do? Make a frog and a pig, make little baby figs. It doesn't work that way. It's actually the actual joke on the Muppet Show kind of thing.
Oh, Kermit in the original Muppet Show, sometimes he makes so horrible jokes at Miss Piggy's expense.
Oh, I see a kitty in the background. Oh, there's a kitty right
Oh,
there.
they got Panther.
Oh,
It is
so
Panther.
cute.
And then there's another one too.
And Steph going crazy.
Send super chats for the cute kitty so I can
Yes,
get
do
him
it
treats.
just for the kitty cat.
All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
All right.
boop. He lets me boop his nose. Boop.
Yeah, Princess lets me do that too. Another thing, I'm really surprised she lets me do. She lets me lightly grab her tail and make it go whoosh, 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 whoosh.
I think
whoosh,
you're
whoosh.
demented, Hunky.
Mhm.
And because she has a poof tail, it goes whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Nut cat, how am I supposed to give the cats catnip when I'm allergic to mint? Or get off the canvas!
Ornery.
This
bad
is why the
kitty.
cats are not allowed in while she's working.
Usually.
Yeah.
You bad kitty.
Henri decided to try and become part of the artwork.
Don't. No.
Ornery is
Henri,
a
Stop being a bad
troublemaker.
kitty.
Little shit. She doesn't need catnip. She's already fucked up enough.
she's just naturally stoned on life.
And stupidity.
That too. Yeah. All right. Can I even get to the throat? No.
Okay. Now.
What? What did you get in the mail today? Oh, that coin. Yeah. Steamy sent us one of them little cat coins from Isle of Man.
Oh,
Little 10p coin. But they do them periodically with the little cat. Little tailless cat there.
My camera's all wonky now, so give me a moment here.
There we go.
Take your time.
I think almost.
It's gotten really sideways, and I don't know why. I think
Yeah, that's.
I'm pretty sure some kitties have been climbing up on my desk here,
No, get that.
and it kind of
Probably.
screwed things up.
Because they have to
No,
be
that's-
curious
that's
and
the color out of
investigate and inspect everything. 'Cause that's what kitties do.
This is
You
why I
see
said
her back there.
Curiosity killed the cat because they had to kill her to stop him going on.
Yeah, I wonder if he's still back there.
I see her tail.
If I could find a stapler. All right, fix it out.
hmm Meanwhile, there's a good kitty right here who's not causing any trouble.
He just wants some boobies to snuggle.
What
You're
male
not
doesn't?
wrong.
What male doesn't want some nice boobs to snuggle?
Exactly.
Everybody
it-
needs a buzzing for a pillow.
It's a cross-species drive, okay?
All hail Melon Lord.
Kitties are little tigers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't matter species or whatever. You don't leave even the same.
Oh no, princess in the background. She's getting the
Males love
zoom
boobies.
zoom.
Yeah.
She's gonna dash all the way from the kitchen to the bedroom and go "Pew!" while screaming.
Okay.
This whole day has been a weird experience.
Oh shit! Damn it! Knocked over my fucking table somehow.
I mean, this day being here has improved my mood.
Mhm.
Hence the Sam Kinison impressions.
Wow, Parrothead, if you're gonna say shit like that in my chat with super chats, if I'm gonna put up with that.
Yeah, I'm not going near that one.
See, this is Panther,
God damn it.
Oh, hey, Panther. You're so adorable.
and as
And
far
he
as they
knows
can
it.
tell from when they rescued him at the shelter, he is an October baby black cat.
Oh.
So he is literally a Halloween cat. You need precious. And today is Black Cat Day.
I love black kitties.
hmm
In
Today is
brightest
the
day or
International
darkest
Black Cat
night,
Day.
no evil shall escape my sight.
There was a really nice, when I first came out to my grandma's, she was a very nice black barn kitten, and I'd wanted to take her home, but one day she wasn't here because those stupid coyotes got her.
Yeah, that happens.
I hate those bastards.
I mean, it's something I'm torn on with dealing with because it sucks when pets get grabbed by predators. But at
Mhm.
the same time, the predators are native here.
That's true.
Partly our fault, too.
And the pets
So
are not.
it's kind of sucks, but it's something I'm kind of conflicted on.
The circle of
This
life.
stupid cat keeps getting scratches everywhere because he won't quit running around chasing Ornery and Baby Girl and humping them.
Well, he's a guy. They're girls.
So he's laying on one arm. Ornery's laying on the other day. Ornery gets up, walks off. As she's walking up, he gets up, turns his head, and watches her ass as she goes, then licks his lips and starts humping. Then ran after her.
Got to make sure you're. Never mind.
Yeah, I love that 5-second delay. You know, he's only in the next room.
So
Funny.
Damn it. It's like I actually need a needle and thread. It's like, nope.
So yeah, it's like I knew exactly what he was after. He made it really obvious, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Ooh, woman, must hump. Gotta go."
Dug.
Wheels on wheels.
Lord, I apologize for all of this. I don't know what's wrong with me or my friends or my followers, but
Lord,
we
I
love you
apologize for
all.
that.
Lord, I apologize for anything I had said while being a bitch, but I'm always a bitch, so therefore I can't change it.
But you're sweet and innocent, right? You're an angel.
I am an angel at times.
Times.
Life's gonna suck when you grow up. When you grow up. Okay, you're going down on the floor because no, you do not hump my boob.
Panther.
He's like, but I want to.
Yeah.
He literally just tried to climb up my boob and hump it.
He still hasn't gotten the memo that he's been fixed.
No, he hasn't.
He tries
I'm
to
not
make
getting
bread and
molested.
melons.
I'm not getting molested on air. Don't lick your lips.
Licking the chops, licking the chops.
Okay.
Little demented kitty. He's like, but I love your boobies.
They went to show them.
Go on. Made him get down.
And move it all around.
Shut up. My cat, I swear. He's demented, right?
No, I got
He's
these
it.
things so I could finally do a proper setup of my guitars. Have you done it? No.
He's your cat.
Let me
Anyways,
guess, you're laughing your ass off at that one, that cat.
Wouldn't be over there.
I am gonna take off for now.
All right, message me later. Let me know how you're doing and figure out what our plans are to try to hang out a little this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Take care, man.
Bye-bye. Inquisitor, Captain, Eagle,
Mm-hmm.
and Netcap, Parrot, and everyone else. And
Okay, I'm gonna go off for a bit just to see if I can find a sewing kit.
Shh, Steffi, that's not a public story.
Stupid phone.
Delete that comment.
What'd she say?
It's finally done ringing.
I'm not putting her comment up.
I'm gonna be back in a bit. I'm not gone for long. I think I got a sewing kit up front though, so I'm gonna see what's there, and also put the
dude,
stuff at
sewing.
the table up.
What fun times.
Oh, God,
Look at everybody sending sweet goodbyes to him.
son of a bitch.
Son of a gun.
I should be writing. I should be working. I should be doing anything but this, but I'm not in that great of a state of mind.
Yeah, there's so many writing projects I've been working on, and usually I go from one to the other. Like if I don't feel like doing one, I'll be like, oh, I'll try and continue the other one.
Oh God.
So these, have I told you about what my episodic poems are?
I don't think so.
Okay, so what I do, I start with is I write a poem anywhere from 10 to 40 lines
Mhm.
that can be broken down so that every line in the poem can actually be a sub-poem. That becomes the table of index for a poetry book, and the poems inside it tell that story.
Ooh.
Son of a bitch.
This thing is 52 ounces.
I think my uncle has an even bigger one than that.
I-
He usually has that when he's doing tractor work.
I have a 3-liter one, but it's really heavy and hard to lift up easily, so I only use it on occasion. It's so benign what's in them. It really is, but it's like gum. Soothe my nerves. Shame on you, Steffi. The 3-liter I have, it holds 3 liters of fluid. It's a big, thick metal thermos, so it's heavy anyways before you even put anything in it. I was like, no. I like it, and for some things it's really useful, but no. That's okay. It's okay. But yeet. I have so much stuff. And I've been screenshotting to save over all the old poems from my memories on Facebook, and that's what most of these screenshots are here. For still going through them.
I've stayed off of Facebook for the past year for personal reasons.
I
Has
don't
to
stay
do with
off
the-
because it's where I can keep track of family. However, still scrolling those poems that I've been saving over to rewrite.
It has to, for me, it has to do with the bigots.
Do this. My 3-liter has 2 handles, so I can do reps with it. It actually works really well as a weight.
Get a good workout.
I always try to have at least one physical copy handwritten of everything too.
Ah, fuck.
No, thank you. Here's if he even realizes what I said.
Fucker. Oh, God.
So,
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think. My brain's like completely scatterbrained.
Trying to think, how many writing projects do I have? At least 4 or 5.
4 or 5. That's cute. And people saw how much stuff I actually have written and knew some of the things that have been released publicly that I actually wrote under different names.
Oh,
I think they'd be shocked. I don't own the pen names anymore. I sold them and the rights to everything written under them. For reasons, including stalkers. So it is what it is at this point. And unfortunately, the stuff that was written under those names, I don't own anymore. Oh well. Right? I've got plenty else that I've written. The pen is mightier than my mouth. And that's saying something considering my skills. I mean.
I'm not the best writer in the world. I'm more good at coming up with like really, really, really good ideas. Like I'm a really good idea guy.
I'm 1 second here. This is where I have technical difficulties and go off camera for a sec so I don't accidentally flash my boobs to the world.
We wouldn't complain.
Thanks.
Anybody reported it would not come from us. So,
Yep.
I do need to start actually releasing all these poetry books and short story books and stuff. I will be soon.
Yeah, do it.
hold on, just a damn thing.
I know women get away a lot more with flashing flesh than men do. Let's be honest. Guy flashes flesh and everyone's going, ew, gross, 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 report it. Woman flashes flesh and men and women alike in the audience are going,
Hot doggy.
Trying to get back in the damn
Yeah.
chatter. Hold on. Okay. All right.
I had to completely redo my bra,
Mm-hmm.
which flipped my shirt up into my face. If I didn't go off camera, my boobs would have been right there in camera.
Yeah, that would have been a problem.
Popping up for the entire world to see.
Pop a top again.
And I probably would have gotten super chats, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's put Kermit's guts back in here.
Give me a super chat for not being an e-thought. I mean, sorry. I get all these people going, well, you're just getting attention because of your boobs. It's like, if I was just getting attention because of boobs, it would be Simpson. I would get more money out of it.
It would be Jiggle Cam nonstop. Okay, come on.
Or a Parrot Head's comment when I said what would have happened. Look at.
Yeah, no, that's, again, we're guys. We're pigs. So, yeah.
You would not, that cat.
Oinky, oinky, oink.
Smart ass.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Hey, old Kermit the Frog.
That's my line.
So,
I need to rig something right about here. Some, board up something else. So I'm not even holding my arm in midair because there's no support down here.
that's what she said.
Ooh.
Sorry. Ornery, kitty. Come here, girl.
It's kitty.
Are you just going to lay there on the floor like a potato?
Mm-hmm. Just like Lydian.
Oh, come on. He's not here. Wait for him to be here to take cheap shots.
I don't know when, like I said, Rosetta, but one of these days I want to talk about the stuff I wanted to talk to you about. Like I said, I don't know when, but
Panther!
one day I will,
Would you?
No,
No, quit
my
scratching
dad's
the floor.
fear and the bigots.
1 sec, I gotta deal with the cat. He's being a shit.
All right.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. But I know we'll meet again one sunny day.
Your voice is wonderful, Kermit.
Haven't done him for a while.
Yeah, now that you're fixed, you have
Vera
a soul
Lind is in
again.
no worry. What was that?
Now you have stuffing inside of you again. You have a soul and can talk.
Well, I could talk before, but it's kind of flopping around back here.
Anyways, I actually have to go now and eat some lunch.
Get out of these stitches of break. I'm going to have to go down to Walmart. I think
Yippee, food.
get a sewing kit. Now that
I'll see y'all whenever.
I can't get to that thing on the inside. And okay, so it can be done. Oh, and Henri's being Henri.
What you whining about? What do you want?
You forgot. She forgot.
She's like, I don't know, but I'm gonna whine until I get it.
Just keep scratching, then I'll think of it.
You got a hold of my arm. What do you want?
Oh God.
What do you want?
Oh, let's see. What was that over here?
Okay, so what do you want? No bitching. You see this? I'm petting her. She's purring while she's throwing a fit. As her brain's defective. Well, the little bit she has. Okay, she took that as an insult.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's okay, Ornery. It's okay. You're all right. Yes, you are. I can hear and feel your purr, so why are you still whining? She's like, I don't know. I've decided this cat is either schizophrenic or bipolar. I'm
Why
not
not
entirely sure which.
Why not both?
Possibly. She is insane. Wow. Really?
What I miss?
That parrot head being parroted.
Well, I don't know. I think people sometimes tend to buy pets that remind them of themselves. I guess
I buy ornery.
some people, others is like they just get a pet. Yeah.
My brother rescued a pregnant stray.
Mm-hmm.
Semi-stray that they knew the history of and they knew what she was and from what family.
Mm-hmm.
Long story. Then they got kittens. Then I went over to see the new kittens when they were 3 days old.
Mm-hmm.
And some little fuzzball who didn't even have her eyes open because it takes a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Sniffed my hand and climbed up my shirt and grabbed onto me and wouldn't let go. And wouldn't let go. And wouldn't let go.
That's when you've been adopted by the pet.
We finally pried her off me, and I set her down with the other kittens and her mama,
Mm-hmm.
and she pushed her mama out of the way to try to get back to me. Not kidding.
Mm.
So I said, okay, I'll come back and I'll get her when she's old enough and weaned, and I will take her home. Obviously, she wants me. They lived a ways away from me, so I came back home for 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
and she went through her weaning process.
Mm-hmm.
Everything fine on that. I come back. I come in the door of his house, and as soon as I walk in the door, some cat comes running across the room, jumps, flies across a big gap, and lands on my shoulder and wouldn't let go.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of that. You know better. And she didn't let go of me the whole drive home. She hated the drive. She hated everything. She whined at the traffic. She hissed at every truck that passed us. But she wasn't letting go of me. And she never has. She just obsesses over me.
Yeah.
That too, Bone. I am intellectual and ornery is dumb fuck. No, we don't resemble each other. See how well she's behaving, because when she's in a good mood and she's functioning well, she's snap trained and will show up. If she doesn't come up when I snap, then she's actually having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually a way to see how she's doing and how her anxieties are. The fact that she's not on my shoulder yet tells me she's not having an easy day.
Mm.
Henry, kitty, 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 kitty. Nope. She doesn't do what cats do usually. She's not the cat that will refuse to come to you unless she's in the mood.
I'm not sure there's anything else to sing as a typical cat. They're all weird in very different ways.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, I need to raise a little bit of funds to do some things yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yay me. It is what it is.
I just need money.
Money, money, money. Hmm.
What do I got on there?
Well, now she's licking my toes.
Okay.
I don't need a feline trimper. Get off my feet. Get off it. I did not say lay down on the foot and lick it harder. Move. I mean, apparently my feet taste good. Because all the cats do this to them.
Mm. They're going for the salt.
I don't lose that much salt. I'm sodium deficient.
Still some.
And I can't let myself sweat much because of my eye and my tear and sweat allergy.
Yeah.
So there's usually not, and I wash constantly. So that can't be that. They're very weird. They are. I think it must be. I am bored with the idiots who cannot seem to quit obsessing over my skin color. I'm really bored with them. I like get a new hobby because your hobby sucks and it's racist. Just saying. And they do this, and you stare, and you look at them, and you're like, were you dropped on your head?
There's something in my Twitter feed. Look up.
Yeah.
I'm going to repost that.
That makes sense to me. I'm not going to lie. That makes sense. Speaking of stolen memes, I am always doing those. You know that. You'll see the random pop-up stolen meme of the morning, day, afternoon, whatever. They're fun. What do I got that I can use right now? That works for me. See? That works for me. I mean, I'm debating right now because I'm getting the views. But I'm supposed to be heading over soon for another stream. People, when I tell you I have to deal with a freak. Parrot Head, my poor group chat. You see that image? It says every 13-year-old when they realize it's not just for peeing.
Oh. 13? That long?
Actually, boys, it's 12 to 14 is the average age for puberty.
I think I was starting around 11 or so.
Yeah, that's not common.
Purely by accident, though. It's like, hey, this is fun.
Wow.
Okay. Another prescription ready to be picked up. So no caller ID tried to call. Yeah. What do I got here? I didn't listen to it, but I saw the captions. No, you obviously don't belong in the military if that's what your attitude is about. They shouldn't yell people. You should have gone through basic when I went through it. That's an invitation, motherfucker. You can't handle being yelled at. How you gonna handle light machine gun fire, asshole?
It is true. Why can't you handle this, you pussies? I mean,
I'm supposed to be in the military. Okay, you're supposed to be able to, Stupid weenies think that it's their little social experiment. They can do what they want. No, the purpose of the military is to kill people and break things. You break it down. That's the purpose of any military: to kill people and break things in large quantities.
right?
Anything that doesn't further that goal is a waste of time and money, including recruiting people who can't handle being yelled at.
Grow a thicker skin, bitches. Being yelled at is the least of your worries if you had half a clue what I've been through.
Yep.
So, a bunch of thin-skinned pussies out there.
Mm-hmm.
Look, pussy skin isn't supposed to be thin. It causes a lot of issues. Just saying. This started with, let's talk about what creatives go through when they have mental and medical issues. And somewhere morphed into an example of all the mental and medical issues that my group has. Wow. Like, wow. Fuck it. I thought it was interesting when the people in my chat started announcing their mental issues. Dicks and airplanes. Dicks and airplanes.
Yeah. There was an episode of Designing Women where, because they had, Alice Ghosty playing this crazy old, aunt or whatever.
And what is this third option you want?
Probably all of the above. But some social worker wanted to try and usher her off to some kind of mental home. It's like, no,
oh, God save us.
And, but.
Everybody got to get mad at me already?
Okay, take that lower part off. I don't do politics here, remember?
Well, you're late. You got, I agree with that, but yeah, that.
No, okay, I got you, Rosetta. I got you. No problem. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that.
Thank you.
I
understand it, but
I got you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I ain't.
No,
ain't no problem.
No, I get it. I fully agree with it, but no, not here. Okay.
No, fair enough.
I've been having a kind of weird day. I mean, I've gotten almost 15 in super chats, but it was parrot-headed monkey saying really inappropriate, gross shit to see if they could get me to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I don't care. Super chats are super chats.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just had to change where that was. All right. That way my camera's actually looking at me. How you doing, Captain?
Oh, I'm getting there. I had a thought, but
Our eyes are being punished now. I mean, sorry.
Okay, hold on.
I'm just giving you shit. You don't have to run away.
No, I thought I'd give you something you probably. No, I thought I'd show you something I haven't been able to do in a long time since I shaved my hair. I want to make sure I clarified that so nobody thought I was going to do something inappropriate.
Bob already covered that a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
What'd you do, Bob?
Oh, I forgot I wasn't wearing pants, and I had the camera angled down, and I started moving the board. Like, hello. I was like,
I'm drawing innocently. I looked up and saw a part of Bob I never wanted to see.
Yeah.
And then I yelled at him.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately,
a little bit of a cousin it thing going
my
on.
hair's gotten a little thinner in the front, so the cousin it thing gets a little harder.
Shut up, you. Yeah.
What? No, what'd she say?
The reference to the captain's log. I'm not going to.
Steffi, the link is pinned on the YouTube on my channel.
Yeah, you want to get on there? Just jump in, for God's sake. Okay. Yeah.
I love having help torturing Bob. I might even try to get the cat on camera.
Okay, I gotta say it. Hi, Bob.
All right. You already did.
I'm gonna play it again. Everybody,
No.
One sec. I gotta say it again. Everybody, please go over to the Twitch, run it as much as you can, watch as much as you can. I'm trying to get that affiliated. So
as soon as I get a decent gaming computer, I'll start, doing stuff on Twitch. But for now, it's pointless.
Oh, I know.
You can just chat there too. It's not just gamers.
I know, but so
It's
far,
not
Twitch,
just gamers and girls showing their bodies. That's just the
so
majority
far
of it.
Twitch, I got 2 followers, you and somebody I forget.
So far on Twitch, I had 51 followers a few days ago, and I'm at 75 now.
What the hell is this?
Well, it was just going up, right?
What?
Of course, I don't know. I know when something's going up with
Hold
Bob.
on.
There we go. I got my old quote in there.
It's lovely video. This guy trying to tear down missing persons posters about Israel, but then it's in Queens. Doesn't last long.
Oh, New York.
That just sounds like the start of a really bad hentai, Grumpy.
All right. Tell you what, let me just get on here. Pull that up.
Never would have known. Never would have known. Captain Robert April had such an amazing little beard.
It's about to go bye-bye, but I might keep it around for a while. Just declare Halloween. I'm going as the dude.
Oh, you're going as the dude? Nice.
I might. I don't know.
That'd be a good choice.
I'm already there. All I need is wear a pair of sunglasses, and carry around a white Russian. That's just like your opinion, man.
I just actually trimmed my goatee down about 1.5 inches a couple days ago, and then
hold on, God damn it! Jeez.
And then ironically, my wife comes in today. She goes, your beard is getting so white on the side. She's like, you know what? I'm giving you permission from October 1st to January 3rd to December 31st to grow your beard. I'm like, honey, it's October 27th. I'm like, why didn't you tell me that in September?
That doesn't look right.
I mean, do you want an honest answer? Or do you want a nice answer?
There we go.
Do I want the nice? Do I look like the kind of person who wants a nice answer?
I had to go off camera earlier to prevent a massive boob slip because I had to fix the bra and I had to flip my shirt up over my head. I'm telling the guys that they're all like, we wouldn't have minded, we wouldn't have reported it. It's like, thanks.
What was it I saw? What was that I saw? I saw a tweet from you a few days ago. What was it? Something about artist drawings and stuff, and them being sexist and misogynist. And I think there was something I'm thinking. Do you not understand? Certain women actually want women to look like sexy bitches when they draw them.
The people I call out because they're always going, the drawings are sexist, or why are you drawing them with boobs? It's like, because we fucking exist with boobs. No, that one was, this guy literally created this image of a couple together with a child, and the woman just happened to have huge tits, but they were in a shirt that covered them. And people are calling this fapping material and going, if I went to see that, I'd go to hentai and shit. It's like, fuck you all. Literally, fuck you all.
Well, have you ever noticed the people who bitch about sexy women the most are
usually flat-titted bitches or ugly guys who can't get laid?
Ugly guys who can't get laid, or ugly bitches who couldn't get a guy if they sold themselves.
Like somebody I know who got arrested for offering a cop a $2 blowjob. I'm not kidding. This is somebody I actually know in the inner city.
She has that low of an opinion of her skills?
And she still got turned down and arrested. Stepping, you're on camera.
Sorry, but if you... as a guy, I'm just going to say this. I don't know what the woman looks like. All I'm going to say is this. If a woman came up to me and said, I'll suck your dick for $2, I'm probably going to reject it because I'm really going to be like, okay, this is way too low a price for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, at least I have to pay for dinner and a movie first.
Yes. Hold on. Damn. We got backstage on Rosetta's side. You're not on mine.
Steffi, you don't usually want to be on camera. Did you do that on purpose? Your camera's open for some reason. That's why I did it, because you don't usually do that. So I was trying to make sure you weren't visual. We're not booting you. I'm just protecting you, okay?
Hey, some people don't like to be on camera. It's respectable.
And I try to be aware of my guests and how they prefer things so I can help protect them when they're on here if something goes wrong.
I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody doing any kind of Halloween thing?
Not a lot right now.
Nah, not really. No.
Oh, I love Halloween. There's just so much going on in my life right now. I don't have time for all this shit.
Oh, no, it's fine. My honestly, my son got a Spider-Man costume for himself. He's 16 years old. And he put that Spider-Man gun. Now, to give you an example, my son is 16 years old. He's a very long, lanky kid. And he's been working out very hard to, get into really good shape. He was already long and lanky, but he's getting toned. And he put that fucking Spider-Man costume on him. And I said, I said, looking at you right now, based on the way you're shaped in the costume, I said, you might as well be spitting webs and jumping all over Manhattan. No, I mean, I'm very happy. My son is, he's in shape in a way at 16 I didn't even get near close to until I was in my late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I love
If I could lose about 80 pounds, then I got a Spider-Man costume ready.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not a trap. It's just an honest question. I am not the bitch you're looking for.
You can go about our day. Moving on.
It's not like I can see what you voted when you vote.
I mean, I said I needed a third option.
What?
I said I
Okay.
needed a third option.
There she goes. All right. Steph, speak.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
What it started with was my friends both on panel and chat trolling me and making fun of how I'm not innocent.
It's just a poll. There's no tracking involved. Nobody can even tell how the hell you voted.
So it was a tongue-in-cheek fun poll.
The closest it gets to say, oh, well, you're in the chat and somebody voted. Oh, gee, that narrows things down.
We know you're cute and sweet and innocent, Rosetta, so.
Yeah.
Of course I am.
And there are people like me who fucked up and really seen the dark side of her.
I was more vicious to my neighbor than I was to you. I'll put it that way.
Yes, everything recorded something. You know the reason why we haven't gotten all the January 6th thing recordings? Because most of it is empty hallways. Nothing is happening at that point. That's why we haven't seen.
You're political.
Just an example there. Why everything? Yeah, everything,
Stop,
not everything needs to be recorded.
Stop.
Most things that are recorded are nothing.
Captain, if you want to, Captain, if you ever want to have these kind of talks, we can more than happily have those.
Oh, I'll
together.
if one breaks out of my chat. Yeah, okay, I'll engage.
I'll engage the conversations when I'm on his channel. In fact, I have, haven't I?
Yeah.
Now, I do have one thing to say based on the video that came out that showed Representative Bowman.
Don't care.
Oh,
Don't care. Still political.
Oh yeah, the full video is like.
Don't stop it. Don't make me get out the paddles.
Both of y'all shut the hell up.
It's been a long time, so I
I was going to ask if I could leave you guys to run this while I hop on another stream for an hour so I could actually keep this going because I need the views right now. But you guys are proving I don't want to do that.
I don't want to talk politics. I'd actually prefer to talk about things like.
You want to hear my bitch side?
Anyway.
You see, that's different. He was on your property. I would never be stupid enough to do something like that.
No, not within arm's reach.
Not when I'm a guy who tells people, if you show up on my property uninvited, be prepared to meet God.
Ooh, that's a little bang bang. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
we're not supposed to show those. Down, now.
Wait,
You're
you're
not
not
supposed to show weapons on air. No,
Look,
down off camera. You're not supposed to show weapons on air. Can you be banned on quick?
I didn't know that. I apologize. My apologies. Normally, I'm very capable. I keep my finger off the trigger. I know all that stuff. I don't know all the rules with Twitch and stuff. Sorry, Rosetta.
That's what I said. You're not supposed to show that. I didn't say you're not supposed to have that.
Okay, I don't understand why it's a problem, but all right.
Because they're pussies. But anyway, I still need to try to get monetized to get money.
Okay.
No. Fair enough. I'm not.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm really.
Yes,
I'm
your
really
Twitch is
rolling.
very twitchy. Yeah.
At least if they do bitch about it, you could show that I told you not to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
And did I not? And did I not acknowledge?
and you're sitting there trying to pull
Whereas
the
we can
tough
pull
guy
this
stuff.
sucker out,
He's sitting there trying to pull all the tough guy stuff and all this. And I'm doing this and stuff. It's like, hey, I'm on my property. You lay hands on me. I have every right to take you down. He's saying this and trying to yell at me and intimidate me. I'm sitting in the rental car in the driveway at this time with my leg literally pressed against a machete. He really wanted to go rounds with me? Because I can unsheath that thing really fast.
Rosetta, does your state not have castle doctrine?
Oh, actually, Iowa has some of the best castle and stand your ground and 2A laws in the country.
So why was this guy even stupid enough to come on your property?
Because
And why
he
is he
didn't
still
know me
breathing?
Yet.
Yeah, that was my second part. Why is he still
why
breathing?
is he still breathing?
Because I was trying to not be that big. Yet.
He was on your property. That crosses any line I care about.
The dog at least could have gotten a warning shot.
I try not to go violent until I feel I have to. Don't get me wrong. I was close to it there.
Well, him being on your property, yeah, that is definitely a big reason.
It's
Where was your
provocation.
husband at? Was he at work or something?
He was inside. He got out as the fighting was going on.
Well, thankfully, you know, the one nice thing about where I live is I have one neighbor here. I have one neighbor about quarter an acre, about a half an acre, right, quarter an acre away from me. Another one a quarter an acre. I have another one about quarter mile away, and the next one's about another quarter mile. The next one's another quarter mile. So
my whole scenario with this guy is apparently he moved in while I've been away dealing with family. He's been there not 2 years. Apparently moved into the house about a week or two after I left to deal with my uncle's funeral at the end of 21. And because I've only been here a few months in the last 2 years because I've been taking care of family and dealing with my uncle's death, my dad's death, helping with mom and everything else, I didn't know he was there until all this shit blew up when I was coming home from dealing with going all the way into fucking LA. I was not in the mood.
Yeah.
Why is this
Anything
guy?
happened with that cunt cop?
Oh, we're still dealing with that.
Why is this guy even being a problem for you guys? What's his deal with y'all?
Because apparently I'm a bitch because I yelled at him about the dog coming on my property trying to go in my garage because it wasn't leashed.
Oh, Rosetta. About a year ago, I had a similar issue when I moved here. Now, we don't have fence over between where my house is and my neighbor's house, but we're far enough away it shouldn't be a big deal, right? Well, they have 2 dogs, and then they got a third dog. Their 2 dogs are on those electric collars. My dogs all stay in the fenced-in area that we have designated. They had one fucking dog. It was one of those goddamn ankle biters that would, and then the motherfucker would always run on my property. And every time I tried to go over, knock on the door, say, hello, somebody home, the door would be open. They'd have the screen door closed, the front door open. Nobody would ever answer. So for 6 months, I've got this fucking dog coming out. I got no one to talk to about it. I have no phone number with them. I'm about ready to fucking leave a note and say, keep your dog. I actually have 2 notes that say, keep your dog off my yard. And then finally one day, the dog came in my fucking yard. There was a truck coming in to that house. Turned out to be her husband. I didn't even know it was her husband. I hadn't seen him in the year and a half I'd lived here. And I said, hey, do you fucking live here? I was pissed. I'd had enough. He goes, what? I said, do you fucking live here? He goes, yes. I said, okay, I live fucking here. Keep your fucking dog off my property. That little fucker is pissing me off. He's always over here. And you know what his response to me was? Oh, it's not my dog. It's my kid's dog. I said, I don't give a shit if it's your kid's dog.
No. If it's on your property and you're the adult and the minors own it, it's your dog. Legally, bindingly, it's your fucking dog.
I know. I told the motherfucker, I said, I don't give a shit whose fucking dog it is. I want it off my property. And I want it to stop coming. And he decided, he goes, oh, you want to get an attitude? I'm like, you're on your fucking property. I'm on mine. You want to scrap? We can go out in the gravel. And well, I didn't get to that last part about the gravel, but I did think about it. But I did say the other part. I thought about the last part, but he, it cracked me up because he's like, "Fine, I'll keep the fucking dog off." I'm like, "Good." He goes, my wife. When you came over and talked to my wife and my family last year, they didn't like you. I said, "Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't like them too much either, so we're good."
Fuck off and don't talk to me.
And we did not talk for a year.
Here's the thing. Here's the
thing, though. We didn't talk for a year.
Here's the issue I have. First of all, I am highly allergic to dogs. I cannot run this risk. I've been violently mauled by dogs twice. I have severe damage in both legs from different maulings in my youth.
So you have a genuine fear of dogs, which is understandable.
It's also my body had a toxic shock reaction to being mauled and actually developed a severe allergy to the saliva, so I can't be around them.
I didn't even know that was possible.
You can develop allergies by a traumatic event happening connected to that said thing.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a defense mechanism, basically. It's like, nope, you pick it up.
It's a genetic defense mechanism. It goes back to caveman days, but it is legitimate. And the first time I got mauled, I went from being fine around dogs to I was starting to have problems breathing around them. I would get a little bit red in the skin and stuff if I touched them and stuff, but it was manageable. The second time I got mauled, I can't even breathe to get anywhere near them now.
So this is both physical and psychological, I would assume, a combination.
This currently is physical, but there is a psychological trauma too that's different.
Understandably, yes.
So I don't want to be around them. I'm allergic. Psychological response to this is traumatic for me when people do this shit. But I don't hate dogs. I still go out and photograph the wild dogs and come back in hives taking Benadryl. I've had confrontations with coyotes and wolves. I hate most dog owners anymore because dog owners have become this group of, and both left and right, these hypersensitive bitches who think their dogs are entitled to go everywhere with them, who think the dogs are actual citizens like them, who act like they have more rights than the actual people around them, and won't control them. And they do things that are both harmful to the dog and other people. And I know cases where people had their service animals attacked by pets that were illegally brought into places that aren't supposed to allow them. This is a serious issue.
Is this happening in Ohio?
What?
Is this happening where you're at, or is this
This is
happening
all over.
You're gonna have to start.
This is the modern culture.
Can you do me a favor when you come across those, Rosetta? Can you send me some links when you have them on Twitter? Because I need to know about it. Look, I'm one of the biggest pet lovers of the world.
Do yourself a favor and go search for licensing for service animals. And the first thing that comes up usually, if you search that in most search engines, is about 30 websites where you can get fake service animal vests for your pets so you can take them.
Oh, I hate that. I fucking hate that. Fuck, I hate those people. I'm sorry.
Or these people who think they're going to take their emotional support animals with them in public. An emotional support animal is only legally binding in getting housing. So you can have a pet to help your anxieties when you're home. That's the only place it's legally binding.
We've got that lined up.
Aren't there two different things? Isn't there emotional support and the other one? I thought there was two.
Well, the emotional support is just the fact the animal's there, helps you calm down type thing.
Emotional support is you have certain forms of mental conditions that mean you need a pet in your house to help control your issues.
Yeah, if we didn't have that in line, if we got a cat, it would cost us an extra like $500 a month in rent.
However, those also still are not binding if you live in hypoallergenic or low toxin or breathing assistant living home.
There are some places. Well, unfortunately, there are some places. Most places I've seen in my life, they say no pets unless it's a certified service pet. And see, that's what I hate when you said that. What you said, that's what set me off. Is I've seen stories about people putting those on their fucking pets to try and skate around, and I literally want to grab the person and choke them.
Now, with housing, it's a fine line because unless it's a licensed place for people with allergy issues or PTSD from animals or stuff like that, standard housing has to allow emotional support once if you get the licensing through a therapist. But that's the only place they have to allow it. So there's emotional extreme. So the point I'm getting at on this, so emotional support animals, I have nothing against them. I know people who've gotten them to help with their housing. My cats honestly are, whether I'm licensed or not, it's because I'm in my own home. But I need them to help control my tics and my anxiety. I actually really do. And so I get that. I support that as long as it's done respectfully and correctly. But emotional support animals are not entitled to go with you places. They're not allowed to go anywhere in public you want. They're not a service animal.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. Emotional support and a service animal, I think people misconfuse the two.
All the time. And that is partly because society teaches people that you're entitled with your pets. I've seen people that are used to like.
Well, like, for example, I'll say that's just a good example here. Like the canines, when the MPs have them or the cops have them, they're specifically trained in a certain way. So one time we were out at the lake when we moved up here,
Can I
And,
finish what I was
there's
saying first before you go off
Oh,
on a story? Because I was trying to get to a point and my brain doesn't focus that well.
Well, I'm sorry. My bad.
You're fine. It's just how it happens with me.
My
But
apologies.
what I was getting at with this is service animals are a completely separate thing, and service animals can still there's still places they can say you can't bring a service animal into because it's a risk to certain people's health, to certain situations, to machinery, or to animals. You can't take a service animal into most parts of zoos. You can't take them into a lot of public places if they're a danger to the people or animals in that place because of specific things. So there's always exemptions to this. And it doesn't mean that we don't care about the people who have service animals. It doesn't mean we don't respect them. But there's a balance where both sides have to be safe. And it's unfortunate we live in a society where more and more of these self-entitled assholes are going around dragging their pets with them. I've seen these women drag their little shit dogs into the stores and put them in the cart foods for and shit like that. It's like, fuck you, you fucking bitches. You're not entitled to do this shit. It is not okay to do this shit. You're putting other people's health at risk because you are too spoiled to leave your dog home for 2 fucking hours and do some errands.
I just met a couple of very nice doggies over at Walmart today.
I don't hate, and they're not supposed to be in Walmart either. It sells groceries. They're not supposed to be there by health code.
One of
Unless
them,
they're service
one of them
animal.
only had 3 legs. Very nice, sweet doggy.
Yeah, I'm not blaming the dogs, but they're not
Yeah.
supposed to be in Walmart unless they're service animals because it's a place that sells food.
Mm-hmm.
That's health code, by the way. That's federal.
Yeah.
That's all 50 states.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
sick and tired of the entitled dog owners.
I require caffeine. Be right back.
It's not the dogs. It's not their problem. It's also, even though I'm allergic, I have to admit, the thing that really pisses me off when I go in public and I see this is I see them dragging these dogs, especially these women and their little lap dogs, purse dogs. Because those dogs have a natural anxiety around crowds and large amounts of people because they're so small and defenseless. It's a natural genetic anxiety that they all have. And you see them drag these dogs in public and you can see they're anxious, they're skittish, they're jumpy, they're barking a lot. They're going through fucking hell. And because these women won't put them down home safe in a place for a few hours and go do errands without them. It's like, that dog deserves better than to be treated like that. It deserves some respect. It deserves to not be taken somewhere that's not safe for it. And so I actually have a visceral hatred of those women. Visceral.
Oh,
And
I would agree.
There was this one where the dog was absolutely, obviously terrified. It was barking constantly. It was shaking and other stuff. And every time somebody said something to her, this woman started ranting at people. And finally, I had enough. I turned to the guy that was next to her and went, control your bitch. Also control the dog.
Oh, mic drop.
Okay, what'd I miss?
And the face that she made when I said it was absolutely visceral.
What did I miss?
Talk about telling people to control the bitch and also the dog.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, absolutely. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting up with
Mhm.
certain things because that's not okay. Now, question. If I want to get my views here, if I leave you guys here, can you handle it and not do stupid shit that'll get me in trouble? So I can go hop over to the other stream for a little bit.
Just don't put me in charge.
I wouldn't put you in charge if you were the last person here.
Thank God.
Have fun, Bob. Don't go too political or I'll get
Jeez.
Don't worry, Bob. I'm in the same boat. I'm the political
Yeah.
guy in a lot of
Yeah.
areas. Have you seen? Well, I guess I'll ask this for the hell of it. Stephanie, how are you?
All right.
Have I met you before?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
We'll just go with no then.
She's generally a mod in my chat, so it might have been in text wise, but
Yeah, possibly. Guys, I haven't ran a panel in a long time. So, Robert, you've been running panels longer than me. You're going to have to take over.
yeah.
Bud.
Okay, I'm dealing with another issue on Twitter right now.
What's going on Twitter right now? I haven't kept
Oh,
up.
it's part of my little Twitter fight with Indigo White and her little group of perverted enablers.
Indigo White's still on?
Yeah, she's. Yeah. They're accusing me of being kind of sex soccer and got twisted agenda. And it's like, I finally laid out my twisted agenda is very simple. It'll help Indy through this year's delusional state without incurring some permanent injury. Encouraging delusional behavior is not only not helpful, it is destructive, and I have no use for anyone who does so. Our little friends, no. If you go back and follow her, over the years, it's one phase after another. Okay. The thing is, nowadays, what would normally be a goth phase has now got this trans stuff attached to it, and you got a whole bunch of fucking cheerleaders. Yeah, she's a boy. Bullshit. For God's sake, she's got 10 years of material proving she is not a boy. Okay.
I'm starting to get the impression Captain April and I would get along amazingly well in person.
So,
Probably.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. There's a really big problem among us men like us. We actually want to protect women for some stupid reason. I know, it's weird. Yeah. We actually don't like the idea of men invading women's spaces.
No,
I know, it's fucking crazy. It's so misogynist, isn't it, Captain April?
Oh, God, yeah.
Some fat man.
Some fat asshole in a mini skirt and a visible hard on wants to go use the ladies' room. Oh, no, you're not.
How dare us? Yeah. You know what? If somebody looks like you and me, hey, we've got the longer hair.
Oh, God, yeah.
Ignore the beard. Ignore the Adam's apple. Oh, let's ignore, we kind of don't have the right parts internally and externally.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I want to say something. I guess when it comes to this, I want to say follow the science.
Yeah. Actual science,
And I guess Stephanie agrees with me on this.
One of the arguments I had with Indy while I was still talking to her, it's like, another time to go in the gender ideology. Gender ideology is the most destructive theory to come down the pike.
There are trans people that even.
Oh yeah, a lot of trans are taking very big offense. Yeah.
Okay, here's something I'm going to say. I'm going to. Hopefully, this doesn't get anybody in trouble, but I'm going to say this. This whole trans explosion reminds me of the bisexual gay women explosion of the 90s after the Ellen DeGeneres coming out thing. And if you either know what I'm talking about or you don't.
Yeah, it was something trendy to be gay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, that's the whole thing. What it comes down to is, that's what we said. Some people were legitimate, which we totally agreed with.
Yeah.
But some people you started to wonder, it's like, okay, are you really, or are you just doing it for attention? And that's a fair thing. I'm sorry, Stephanie?
Her internet might have conked out.
All right. Captain, you're going to have to talk about something because Rosetta's not happy with us.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that. Well, I'm going on my stream here, so just missing a few things. But what I've been is that human beings as a species are just, we're bisexual by nature, or omnisexual. We'll hump anything if it gets us off. The details come in how we're raised and reproductive, instincts, which will automatically go to heterosexuality. Because you want babies, there's only one way to do it. Male, female.
Well, there's it comes down to, the nature versus nurture. And I think there's actually an argument for both on how they work. I think there's a reasonable discussion on that.
Okay.
Because there's
Rosetta's chiming in the chat here, what I'm saying?
What?
Well, just saying, stop it. Up with the trans shit. I can't pull it up because I don't have the function on this thing.
She says, yeah, you can, but She wants to stop talking about the sexuality thing, but she wants
Yeah.
to avoid talking about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, but you can get your channel hit all you want. Sexuality is fine. Just avoid talk today.
Yeah, talk- yeah,
Play. Okay.
Okay.
Hey man, this ain't my stream. I'm
Yeah.
I've been mostly on TikTok these days.
I'm trying to avoid getting on TikTok. I to do one anyway. So what the hell am I going to do on TikTok?
Actually,
Yeah,
TikTok works for
That
No, go
video
ahead,
that I
Stephanie.
pulled up earlier, honey, I believe that was from TikTok.
Probably. But again, I need more time than what they allow. So when I go off on this.
Well, if you do, and well, I don't know. I've got 2 accounts right now on TikTok, and both of them I can do up to 10-minute videos. And I'll be honest, most of my shit's barely more than a couple of minutes. But see, here's the thing. This was the problem I ran into with YouTube. I could never really come up with theme. I never really had an IP I wanted to identify. I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'm a random motherfucker. I just post whatever the hell I want. I do it on Twitter. I do it on Twitter. I do it on Facebook. I do it on TikTok. I just post what I want. And it's a little bit easier to get some recognition on TikTok. Not much, mind you. I've got, on average, I get about 230 views a video. I get a few outliers now and again. The most major outlier I got was 17,000, but that is lightning in a bottle. I ain't never getting that one again. And I'm glad it was that one because it was defending servicemen. It was defending my brothers and sisters, service members, against the fucking asshole who said only stupid people serve. So I was glad that if I'm going to get a video to go that far, it was for that.
If I heard somebody say that out loud and I was around, let's just say that person, it'd be like that last scene in the movie Outland.
Just have to block somebody here. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, where,
At the very end, he's already blown away all the bad guys, and Peter Boyle, who's been ringing the thing, is sitting in the little bar thing, and he just watches, Connery walk on up, just sort of staggering a bit because he's been beat up a bit. But he's like, figuring you're going to be you're under arrest, and get there, stand. What they, they go, fuck it, bunch of. Knocks him out cold, busts the table.
Yeah, of all the Sean Connery movies I've ever seen, that is my favorite.
Yeah. I mean, it is basically High Noon in space, but hey, High Noon was a good movie.
Oh yeah,
it's a valid story. Lots of people, it used to be an honor in TV when they would just do their own homages to like if you did a Western, it was customary. You're gonna do a High Noon episode at some point. They ask you at party. Different producers. Hey, have you done your High Noon yet? Yeah. Even Battlestar Galactica.
What about Battlestar Galactica?
Well, they did where Apollo was stranded. The original Galactica.
Apollo was stranded. That was collected in 1980.
Yeah. No, it was no out of Starbuck. Apollo. This is the original show, and he got.
The original show. Sorry,
and
I'm thinking of Galactica 80 with Starbuck.
No, Galactica it was that was the last the fate of Starbuck, but during I forget what it was exactly, what the title is. Red West was they're all in metallic cowboy hats and stuff, but it was basically their High Noon story, and Apollo's there, and he's the only one with a blaster besides Cylon, who they killed the last Colonial War camp, and the Cylon has the Warrior's blaster, and he's a quick draw. And Starbuck is also a quick draw, and they have a little showdown, and he takes them out.
Oh, that reminds me. I actually have an autographed copy of the feature-length version of the pilot of Battlestar Galactica. And not just autographed by Richard Hatch.
Oh, just to answer Cronus's thing about, did Randall Flagg ever meet his doom?
Well, kind of.
Stephen King. Talk to Stephen King, man.
But
I don't know if Randall Flagg met his end. He seems to pop up every now and again in a few Stephen King things.
oh yeah, somebody said that he was in the end of 11/22/63.
Now, see, here's where you're going to lose me there, because I haven't read a Stephen King novel.
It was a mini series they did on, I think, Netflix.
What I'm saying is, I haven't read any of the stuff from Stephen King since I think about 2005. I think I don't know. It was around, in the 90s. I went through a hell of a Stephen King fix, and I was actually shocked because I had said this for so long. I'd read so many Stephen King books, and I'd seen the movies they made, and I said, I dare someone to make the movie of this book, and it was Gerald's Game. Have either of you read it?
I haven't read any, really. So.
It was the one book I swore I thought nobody would have the balls to make for a movie of a Stephen King book, and it's because the book is basically a woman chained, handcuffed to a bed with her dead husband on the floor. That's the whole premise of the book. And
yes, Richard Hatch did pass away from pancreatic cancer, I think, a few years ago.
Yeah.
I just had I just had a friend die of pancreatic cancer 4 days ago.
My
She's
dad did
58.
about a bunch of years ago. My dad did,
Jesus Christ, man. I looked up the numbers. This thing is so fucking rare.
Well, I'm thinking, because I know it's kind of the start of the falling out with me and my sister, because she blamed my wife down here for my dad getting, feeling that's not the way it works, for one thing.
Obviously not.
But any excuse to toss us out on the street in the next 5 years we spent living in our car. But something that came out, I should be pursuing more, class action stuff, but it's like apparently there's a heart medication that I think you may have been on that apparently has been linked to a higher increase of pancreatic cancer.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I need to hook up one of those class action. Yeah, my dad. Again, unfortunately, I don't know what he was. He was being treated for
Congestive heart failure.
congestive. I'm thinking of the word. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Congestive or congenitive?
Congestive. I want to say congenitive.
I'm familiar with the words congestive.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's congestive heart failure.
Yeah, my our friend Cindy, we met her. She was our fitness instructor back in years ago when my wife and I were still in shape. Actually, we're getting back into shape, but unfortunately, after we left, my wife still stayed in touch with her. Found out she unfortunately got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and of course, when did they normally find out about that? At the very end.
Yeah.
She was already in stage 4.
Yeah, it's one of those.
She was already in stage 4, but God give her everything she had. I hope she's in heaven now, because I actually believe totally she's in heaven. That woman fought so hard for that year just to spend a little more time with her kids, with her grandchildren. Just to have a little more time. I mean, she tried to get on the truck. She was she was a personal trainer. She was an athlete. So pushing herself to the limit was what she knew. So she pushed herself to the limit until she finally decided it's time for hospice.
Yeah.
And we got to see her, kind of farewell message. I mean, the end was coming. We all knew it. And she passed away at 10 p.m. on October 23rd. And now I know it's sad, but it's hard to think of somebody in so much pain to want them to keep going another. See, this is the thing. This is where I've really kind of grown up in my ears. I'm kind of like, I don't want to see some. It's like with my grandmother, for example, in a different way. My grandmother, after my grandfather died, her Alzheimer's got so bad she went into dementia mode. And she passed 6 months later.
Yeah.
And it's, you kind of end up in this whole aspect of you're very saddened by it, but you're also relieved.
Yeah.
For the person, not for you, for them.
Yeah.
If that makes a goddamn
Yeah, I
sense.
know my great aunt Alice, went down Alzheimer's thing. But she managed to keep her good attitude about through it all.
Well, we lost my unfortunately we also lost my great uncle, my grandmother's little brother, to the same thing. Although he did live much longer. That's still me.
Honey,
What?
remember when we got that copy of Still Alice from our friend in Scotland?
Yes, we have a contact in Scotland who enables, for various downloads of certain things. Sometimes when they're still in the theaters, but
Yeah.
one of the beauties of them going to all digital now is like you no longer have to worry. Some guy was clearly just sitting in the theater. Okay, yeah, shit, get down. You have your little head popping around the side. We actually get the movie in full quality. A little try before you buy is the way we rationalize it out. But also, who the hell can afford movie tickets nowadays?
Yeah, but
you know what? That's a funny thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
your mother was watching it with us, and next thing you know, she's bawling her eyes out.
Well, yeah, because had friends go down there. Anyway, you're saying.
Oh, for me, you talk about who can afford to go do a movie ticket. It's interesting. I talked about this. I was like, okay, I live out in the sticks of Indiana. The two closest movie theaters to me are 22 and 27 miles away. So that requires that amount of time for me to get there. Also the cost of gas, also the time to get home, also the cost of gas to get home.
Yeah.
Also, who's going with me to see this movie? Because that's going to impact everything greatly. Am I getting one ticket or is the whole family? The family of four. I got four people in a vehicle. There's the gas. There's all our time. There's all that money that we have to pay for the all 4 adult tickets because all my kids are over 13 now. And then, of course, get a couple of drinks, some concessions, go in, watch 15, 20 minutes of fucking trailers, and then the movie, and hope the movie was worth all that. I'm sorry, but as a movie lover of way back in the day, I'm old school movie lover. You gotta get me at this point. Your trailer better rock me to the core to get my ass to do all that. And lately, so right now, I had 2 trailers do that recently.
Yeah.
That was in the last few years. That was Top Gun Maverick for very specific reasons. I think we can all agree. And honestly, Sounds of Freedom because of word of mouth. And actually, the funny thing is, I went and saw Sound of Freedom twice because I saw it by myself. My son, who is not very social media typed, he doesn't really do a lot of it, but he's a gamer and everything, and he follows TikTok. and he knows I'm political. So he asked me questions about Sounds of Freedom. He goes, "Dad, I want to go see this movie." I said, "Okay, I'll take you to go see it." So we went and saw it. I've educated my son, my wife and I, since we started homeschooling, have obviously educated our children somewhere first, because my son was fucking pissed seeing that movie.
Oh yeah.
Which is exactly the emotional experience I think he should have had. I was actually happy he was pissed like I was.
Oh, honey.
Mm.
Can I go ahead and have my tea now?
Oh, now you went to tea. All right. Yeah, I got a couple bottles of
No, I don't.
Milo's sweet tea.
Oh, my wife likes the I think it's called Peachtree here.
Yeah, we got some of that. They got that too, but the Milo's generally
I'm old
cheaper, though,
school.
so, yeah.
Is it sweet tea or is it Southern sweet?
Oh, it's sweet. Well, I don't know about Southern sweet tea, but it's sweet tea. Famous sweet
Because
tea.
you know there's a because you know there's a difference.
Oh, yeah. Let me check here. Bessemer,
You know
Alabama.
what? Check while you're taking it to your woman.
Bessemer, Alabama.
Sweet tea.
Yeah.
Southern sweet tea.
Yeah. Back in a second here. You don't need to see the empty office.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't want to flash the camera again.
I'm wearing pants, guys. Just don't need to do a chair stream.
No, but-
Hey, he's not the first guy who's ever done that accidentally.
Yeah.
Did he at least have underwear on?
Well, that one time with Rosetta, no.
Oh no!
Yeah, she was.
Oh my god! Okay, I get the underwear part, but in the buff?
Okay, time to answer that one, honey.
Yeah, well, he can answer that. I gotta piss.
And again, to answer the question, yes, I'm wearing pants. See, here they are, right there. Yeah. God. Okay. There was a question. Yeah, Jim Caviezel. Okay, yeah. I have that one downloaded, by the way. Just need to get around to watching it.
Yeah, every time I see Jim Caviezel in anything now, it's like, oh yeah, the movie starring Jesus Christ.
They actually saved 200 kids while making that movie. While they were shooting in Mexico, and where they were shooting, and they had some Navy SEALs on hand for security. And in the midst of making that movie, they came across with about 200 kids that were being trafficked on the site where they were filming. So they got 200 kids saved during the production. So.
Okay, I've got to ask.
Okay.
I got to know. Hold on a second.
Okay. Aw.
Ooh. Aw.
See, someone does love him in real life. Okay.
Oh. You know I love you, honey.
Yeah.
Well, after 17 years, and
Mm-hmm.
God knows how many times we've fought through everything, we're stuck with each other. Honestly, we look. My wife and I have talked about it, even when we've had our worst, and it's usually when it comes to my kid from my first marriage.
Yeah,
the shit she pulled back then that almost cost us our marriage. But seriously, at this point, We're like, we're 17 years in. We actually see people who are like, they get divorced after 20, 30 years, and we're kind of looking at each other like, what the? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, it's my daughter.
Oh, yep. No, yep.
Aw.
It's a hugathon now. And a kid.
Oh boy.
Interesting shade of blue. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that would be my two children.
Okay.
Or sorry, my two youngest. My
Okay.
oldest is in St. Louis with my grandson.
Oh,
My
okay.
apologies.
Mhm.
But
All
that was when my wife's taking them. It's Friday night. My wife is taking them skating, and my daughter is going over to her girlfriend's house afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a little good. So the whole thing with the girlfriend thing,
Mm-hmm.
they were friends. It turned into a relationship. So unlike, what we did when she was dating a guy, you got to kind of, I'm
Yeah.
kind of in this place where I'm like, okay, we got to figure out new rules.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, okay, you can't lock the door. Okay, well, here's the thing. That was the only rule because, see, when she had a boyfriend, the thing was when he came over, that was fine, but they had to keep the door open.
Yeah.
It's a little weird when it's her friend and they develop into a relationship, and it's kind of like, okay, we've already allowed them to lay in the same bed together and close the door, and like, do we really want to try and step? It's a balancing act. So my wife and I talked about it. And we said, just don't lock the door.
Yeah.
And felt that was the most reasonable thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you got. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I
Kinda
don't know.
New territory in my
That's reasonable.
I don't know. It's a play it by ear situation. I think
it's what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But hey.
Oh, what brave new world and wonders.
Well, the one thing I know for certain, if things go bad, I know my daughter will drop it like a bad habit. My daughter's like me. She's very matter of fact.
Yeah.
And unlike me, when she is unhappy with something, she drops it. She doesn't mess around. She's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, honey.
At very least, you're not going to get pregnant. So.
Honey. Remember that scene in Cloud Atlas? With
Which
the guy
scene?
who was getting on with his girlfriend?
She keeps going back to this thing, and the narration was.
I never saw Cloud Atlas. Sorry,
It's a weird movie, but it's the book it's based on is equally weird. So it's very faithful to the book. It'll just break off in the middle of a scene, and suddenly, like 300 years in the future, or a couple thousand years in the past, whatever. It's just all over the place. But once you just go with it, and you can follow it. It just don't try and think about it, just follow it. But there's one thing where it's like, I think of the 50s or whatever. Guy and a girl, I think the parents are out for the weekend. Nope, they come back unexpectedly. And the bedroom's on the upper floor. And in a panic, the guy tries to cover himself with the cat. The cat doesn't take well to this.
Please tell me you're joking.
No. And it results in
You're telling me an author. You're telling me an author thought some guy would be stupid enough to cover up his manhood with a cat.
It's first thing within reach. And of course the cat's like, and the guy falls backward out of the window into the bushes down below. It's like, and he's narrating as an older guy looking back on it. It's like, and then Tindry, like, one broken, like 2 broken legs, 1 broken arm, cracked ribs, cause of injury, pussy.
Well, there's good pussy and there's bad pussy.
And it's like either way, it's either way you take it. Yep, it fits.
Just for reference, have you heard of the Wachowskis?
Yes.
Yeah, the ones who did the
The Matrix, right?
yeah, they're the ones who also did Cloud Atlas, And they have both gone through the trans thing, but I think that's a more case. It's like, they're rich, they got more time, they got too much money. Hey, how about we do this?
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. When it comes to that, if you're an adult, I don't give a shit.
See what the fuck you want at that point.
Yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. I'm very simple in this.
Yeah.
You're an adult. Do whatever the fuck you want. Leave the kids alone. Let them decide for themselves like the rest of us fucking did. What the fuck is that? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Stop doing that.
Woo!
All right.
That gave me a heart attack there. I thought there was a blowback for a second.
Nah, she's on her tablet, so the microphone situation is dodgy.
Yeah, it can be like that sometimes.
I mean, I got a laptop sitting right next to me here. She hasn't touched it in months.
Yo, I have a question, Captain.
Actually, well over a year because we've been on that one. I've been on it more.
Hey, Captain, I have a question.
Okay.
What's with all those Constitution classes over there?
All these shit. Yeah, well, actually, it's part of my little argument that this is actually not the Constitution class. It's actually a slightly older class because the proportions don't match the 11-footer. However, they are screen accurate to the Constellation because that's what they use. It's an old model, old AMT model.
Are you going with the Cage Pilot Enterprise or the one that was used? Okay, so the way I remember it,
it's the same model, so it's about the same different. But either way, let me see. I got one within reach. Not really.
that just seems
I
like a
put
lot.
them back on the shelf. No, I mean the obvious thing was it's supposed to be. It's like supposed to be only goes so far. So let me grab one.
Oh, and somewhere in those model boxes, he has 2 patches that we got from Shatner's little sojourn into the other space.
God damn it, broke it again. Son of a bitch.
I actually got to meet William Shatner in an Indiana Comic-Con a few years ago, right after he got back from space.
Oh man, I bet he was still riding the high too. Come here, you.
My wife and I got a picture with him, and I got the autograph. I was very actually. I'll show you. Hey, wait a minute! I need to see the back of that. Let me see the nacelles.
Well,
The
this
nacelles
one.
tell you-
No, this is an older one. I mean, specifically going after older models, without the.
So is that the one with the vents in the back?
There's just a straight flat thing because it's
Well, do you remember what I mean?
But I'm
by the
also
vents?
part of my stance here. Notice the number. This is my stance of what the canon version, the actual canon timeline version of Discovery is. It was one of these guys, not that gigantic pizza cutter. Okay,
Oh, Rosetta just said something in chat. Yeah,
What?
I am having to keep tabs on these guys while on a stream. Pity me and send super chats.
What are we doing wrong?
I don't know, but
Well, she'll tell it. Well, if she's like any woman, she'll let us know.
and she's also on her Twitch thing throwing things in. But anyway, but I'm taking the stance of this is actually an older. It's a slightly older class, the one just before the Constitution class. Slightly smaller, maybe about 20 feet smaller. But if you go by the bridge module, figure that bridge module is a bridge module. Module ships have them. Match that up, and they're maybe about 10 foot shorter. They're a little chunkier proportions wise. The lines are not as graceful.
Do you have a favorite ship from Star Trek?
Oh, obviously the Enterprise, but
Do you have? Okay. Besides Starfleet, do you have a favorite ship? Most people normally do.
Well, just spaceships in general, or Star Trek ships.
Star Trek ship in general. Pick your race, whatever one it is: Klingon, Romulan, Gorn.
I keep going back to the old Enterprise here.
The one that always stood out to me is, and I would show it to you, but I don't want to pull it out of my case right now.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of Eagle Moss stuff before they went bankrupt.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of Enterprises and stuff. I gotta tell you
Yeah.
what,
Mhm.
that Bajoran sail ship just always
Yeah, that's what I
lights
think.
me up. And
Mhm.
here's why, and I want to explain why.
Mhm.
It was one of the only times Star Trek ever did. In fact, I think the only time they really had a father-son
It's good. Yeah.
episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was really just beautiful at the time.
Yeah.
It's at my age with my father and me having our issues.
Yeah.
Look, I looked up,
Mhm.
I've told people, people crack me up. I'm a white guy. And I say, and people are like, you like Star Trek? I'm like, yeah. Who's your captain? I was like, my man's Captain Cisco.
Yeah. Mhm.
And they're like, he's black. I'm like, and he
No.
ain't no fucking bullshit.
No. He's
The
probably the most,
moment I
probably the
tell you
most
what,
authentic captain they've come out with, actually, even beyond Kirk.
actually,
If
I can
Does it?
tell
Yeah.
you that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
if I
sorry,
had to
Stephanie.
pick a favorite starship, well, actually, mine wouldn't be in the Star Trek universe. It would be the Orville.
Oh, the Orville is beautiful.
Yeah.
The Orville is absolutely beautiful.
Mhm.
Very sleek, very elegant design.
Mhm.
Very bright lit. I like the Discovery.
Mhm. I think just ships in, like, it's not, if I had to something other than the Enterprise, I would go with Serenity.
Mm.
That is one I could see built, living in that thing. Okay, I could, get some property, just put it up on a hill and build that sucker. Use the cargo bay as a garage.
I thought if I was going to go other ships, Rocinante from Expanse, just
Haven't watched
because it
Oh
was.
yeah. Oh,
Oh, you guys like the Expanse?
Well, I haven't watched it actually. She's watched it, but
I've been trying.
You
to
haven't
get
watched
it.
the Expanse, Captain?
I haven't gotten into too much things in my way.
Yeah, he hasn't watched The Expanse, but he wears my, RCMN T-shirt all the time.
Hmm.
Or
What's the
NCM.
second? Okay. What's the most second dangerous? What's the second worst thing other than a Martian Marine? A UN Marine. And it's me being an American Marine. I just like the fact that both the Martians and the UN recognize how fucking good we were. There was a little bit of pride in that kind of thing because we're as Marine, even though I did 4 years in the Marine Corps and then 16 in the Air Force, but the Marine Corps were very prideful, and it takes a lot to get through what we did.
And having been in the Air Force, I guarantee you found it to be a cakewalk by comparison.
No, actually, surprisingly enough, Captain, I found my transition to the Air Force very difficult.
Oh.
Actually, no, that's interesting. You said.
I know basic training is a cakewalk. Even my own drill instructor said this is Boy Scout camp compared to other ones.
Oh no!
And I went through in the mid '80s when they were still able to yell at you.
Oh, I didn't go through. Well, I went through boot camp in MCRD San Diego. I'm a Hollywood Marine, and in 2002 I got out. In 2003 I joined the Air Force. I did not go through Air Force basic training. We don't go through that. What we went through was called, and I cannot. I'm going to have to say it fully because I cannot put the acronym together. It was literally called Prior Service Sister Service Training Course. Yeah, exactly. You get where I'm going there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
like just the brief. Okay, this is what you're going to be going through. Yeah, I know. You're going to be wearing blue. They're a bunch of sissies. Don't take it out on them. Okay. They don't know any better.
Well, no. The thing was, it was just a week long. It was a week long thing, and all it was bluing us to the Air Force, explaining how the Air Force different custom courtesies were and things like that.
Yeah.
We had one time, I swear to God, this staff sergeant, Air Force E5. Now, I'm a senior airman.
Mm-hmm.
I was a corporal in the Marine Corps. Now,
Yeah.
you got to understand there's a key difference between a corporal and a senior airman. I did not transition that one very well because a senior airman is not an NCO.
Technically, you are. Because I got to senior
No.
airman. Technically, you were. They didn't
No,
recognize it.
you
So
were
couldn't
no,
be a
you
but
were
no.
in. If you were in the 90s, if you were in the 80s stuff, did you make buck sergeant?
It says buck sergeant on my 214. But, you know.
Then you weren't a senior airman. You were a buck sergeant.
No,
They removed that. They removed buck sergeant.
Yeah.
And you went from senior airman to staff sergeant. So senior airman was no longer. So that's senior airman.
Split. It was split rank. It was senior airman, but then on the day I separated, then it kicked the sergeant. If I had stuck in and resigned, it would have been sergeant.
Mm.
Or so I say the transition to I was on inactive reserve on the way out. But
all I'm saying is I was a senior airman with NCO experience, and when I got into the Air Force, and people tried to treat me like I was an NCO, did not work with me.
Yeah.
And everybody below my rank learned real quick I wouldn't want someone you want to fuck with.
No.
Oh.
No, I had a talk with a guy while I was in, and we were both senior airmen. About not being NCO. It's like no, you are an NCO. Technically, you're E4. You're an NCO. We just haven't gone through the whole thing and all the training necessarily, but by rank and by thing, we're NCOs.
Oh,
What's the truth? Oh, sorry,
again. This was the mid late 80s. So
yeah, you were in.
What? Speak.
Okay. Remember that story about in Timmy Doohan's book where this one lieutenant or this one guy was messing around with him, and he made the guy drive this tank around town,
and they put tape over the periscope. So he could not see where he was going. And of course,
fucked with him after that.
Yeah, because he couldn't actually pop the hatch and admit that he'd try and follow through and be the tough guy. So. But here's a little something I've been messing with for a while. Unfortunately, I can't post a picture, but I can post a link.
That's okay. I can't post the short stories.
There we go.
I do.
But check out what I'm in. Something's been bugging me about the Starfleet Marine Corps, and I never liked the insignia they drew up for it, where they replaced the bird.
I didn't either. I agree.
Yeah, and they replaced the bird with with an insignia. No, that's not right. So I went around with coming up with my own version of it. No, I need a bird up there, and put the Starfleet thing in the middle of it. And actually initially when I started putting on Cafe Press to sell, ran afoul of the Marine Corps because it turns out that is copyrighted. But then found well, can't do an eagle. So I'm looking around, found some clip art of a phoenix, which also works in because the phoenix is like the mascot for Starfleet Academy, going back to Zephyr Cochrane and his ship.
The phoenix
that works. So put a phoenix on top of there. On top of the globe, you still got the anchor, and then look at the Starfleet logo in the middle of it. And it's okay. There we go, and it's been going for a while. And I'm trying to push that as a proper logo for the Starfleet Marines. And I had a whole website worked up pushing this thing. Oh, it's right. We're just looking for a few good life forms.
That's actually good.
And I had a thing with
you need to change it to the newer term where I was the few, the proud, the Marines.
Oh, I still got that.
That was gender neutral back when I signed up.
And I got stuff saying that exactly. With that logo in there, bro, the few, the proud, the Marines. Because I guess I've been a fan of the Marines, but I know I would never survive boot camp. So,
Oh,
Hey,
honey.
but hey,
Well,
you know what? You know what I say to a lot of people. I've
Mhm.
had some. You know what? I got 3 kids.
Mhm.
I don't want any of them to join the military because I don't think they're right for it. They've got totally
No.
different personalities that do
Mhm.
not conform
Yeah.
to that lifestyle. And what I've tried to tell people is what I've come across people so many times like, man, I thought about joining the military, but it just didn't feel right for me. And I say,
Mhm.
well, then it probably wasn't.
Yeah.
And they go, you think so? I'm like, I'm not being a dick. I'm not trying to say I'm better than you.
Yeah.
It's just a
Mhm.
simple fact. It's not for everybody.
Yeah. If you can't follow directions, then it's like,
Well, every time I come across somebody who says we need to have mandatory service or, versus the draft we have, which I still think is bullshit,
yeah.
even though we haven't had it since the 60s, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I got a son in 2 years based on
Mhm.
what's going on. He could get drafted into some
Yeah.
shit. But, when I hear
Mhm.
people would say, like, I think everybody should serve 2 years, I'm like, no. I'm like, are you stupid? You have no clue what it takes to go through this
Yeah.
stuff? And it's not easy.
Mhm.
I don't care if
Yeah.
you go through the Air Force, the Space
Oh
Force,
yeah. Yeah.
the Coast Guard, the Navy, the Army, or the Marines. The hardest transition I had wasn't going from being a civilian to a Marine. It was going from being a Marine
Oh yeah.
to acclimating to the Air Force structure.
Yeah.
That was actually my biggest struggle.
Mhm.
And believe it or not, Captain,
Mhm.
that was a struggle that a lot of Marines who joined the Air Force who I knew said the
Yeah.
same thing. And we all kind of said it took us about 2 years to acclimate as fully as we were going to, because we were never going to fully acclimate.
Yeah.
It's like you join
Mhm.
the Air Force, you never gonna acclimate back to civilian life again. It ain't gonna happen.
It took a while for me to, get back. When I only stayed, I actually not just shy of 4 years because they were doing early out, like 89. I was figuring I'll just run it out because I didn't particularly like what I was turning into anyway, and I was getting back into broadcasting. I was taking classes at the local community college, and it's like, but they wouldn't let me wait until my normal separation date, which would have been in early May. It's like, no, you got to make your mind up. Well, fine, I'm out. I'm already off base anyway, so screw it.
I had a funny, and you probably aren't up to date on what happened,
Mm-hmm.
on what gone on, but your tenure in the Air Force got changed due to date of ranks and everything, due to rank, and it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I had achieved the rank to retire at 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
My wife achieved the rank. And then it was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I went into in the Air Force, as you know, you got to test you got to test.
Yeah.
Well, I did not make master at my 18-year mark, and I told my wife, I said, if I don't make master, if I make master at my 18-year mark, I'll take to 21 to get the high 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about there. But I said, if I don't make master, I'm retiring at 20.
Yeah.
Because that's mandatory, and I'm not going to try again. I wasn't going to try and test again. I would.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because I was going to go in and Christmas tree the last test I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And because my wife was deployed to Turkey for she wasn't deployed. She was on a 1-year assignment in Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 kids at the house. I was 5 minutes late getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how the testing sites, they close the door, and I'm just like, whatever. And I'm just like, whatever. I get back to work. The CSS is like, you missed your test. I'm like, yeah, I was taking my kids to school. I don't care. But what's so funny was literally, there was talk after the reduction of retirements that they were going to extend certain retirements, like tech sergeant, from 20 to 22 again. Where it was, I think when I was in, it was 24 when I made tech. But either way, it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
And I remember my wife telling me about that, and I said, honey, I'm going to retire no matter what. You know
Yeah.
that, right? She goes, yeah, I
Mhm.
know. We had spent years planning that. And it was so funny. For me, I woke up this morning. My wife being in Turkey, we were 12 hours apart.
Mhm.
So I'd wake up, she'd be off work. We could have a talk together before I
Mhm.
went to work and everything.
Yeah.
And she goes, they changed the higher tenure. I'm like, they did? She goes, yeah. I'm like, great. She goes, you got to go tell everyone you're committed to retiring. I'm like,
Mhm.
I pushed the button 30 days ago. I'm getting my retirement
Yeah.
certificates already made.
Mhm.
I'm already, you know the term road, right?
Yeah.
Road, retired on active duty.
Oh yeah.
I was already road at that point.
Mhm.
My boss knew it. There
Mhm.
was no way I was staying. I literally, when my wife said
Mhm.
that to me, I got into work, walked right into the CSS,
Mhm.
talked to the two airmen. I said, hey, yeah, I heard about the extension. Yeah, don't ask me. And here's the thing. The
Mhm.
chief master sergeant of my division, A2 division, he comes out and looks and goes, you're not taking that extension, right? And I was like, no, chief. He goes,
Mhm.
oh, thank God. We already told everyone you weren't. I was like, thank you. They
Ugh.
all knew I was done. I was
Mhm.
ready to go. I mean,
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna give them credit for putting up with here's the thing. I was
Mhm.
retiring and I got transferred to an office 9 months before I was retiring. What kind of fucking shit is that?
What's the point of that?
Oh
Mm.
no, that's what my boss, Sergeant Williams, said.
Mm.
She goes, Sergeant Reed,
Mhm.
you're gonna retire next year, right? I was like, yes.
Mhm.
She goes, when are you retiring? March. She goes,
Mhm.
so you're gonna go on term leave in December. I was like, yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
She goes, you got here at the end at the almost the end of January. I was like, yes, ma'am. So you're only
Mhm.
going to be here from February to December. It's like,
Mhm.
yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
She goes, why the fuck did they send you over? I said, ma'am, you're going to have to stay. And I literally told her, I
Uh-huh.
literally said
Mhm.
who she needed to go to and talk to about that. I was like, ma'am,
Mhm.
you're going to have to go talk to Senior Master Sergeant Gomillion because he's
Mhm.
the one who makes those decisions. I was just told. But the irony is,
Uh-huh.
do you know when I got told I was being transferred?
Mhm.
My wife left for Turkey for 1 year on a
Mhm.
Friday. Found I was transferring from my unit to another unit on the base that Monday.
Mm.
Hmm.
True story. I don't make this shit up. Trust me. I
Mm.
wish I could lie to people, but the truth is
Mhm.
actually
Yeah.
more fucked up sometimes.
Yeah. That when let's see, both actually when I was rotating back here to States, and then when I was trying to get everything done to find the process out, it was like I had to run all over base on in 1 day to get it. And I was telling you're not going to get this done today. Watch me. It's like, I probably violated many traffic laws in the process, but it's like, no, here by the close of business.
When I left the Marine Corps, I had one problem in my out processing, and it was so stupid. I had flak vest that I was
Mhm.
trying to turn in.
Mhm.
See, it was the older flak vest, and they were like, "No, we need the new flak vest." I'm like, I was never issued the new flak
Mhm.
vest.
Oh yeah.
I was like, no, because we had to actually go to supply. And back when I was going through supply back then,
Mhm.
it was
Yeah.
all military. And then
Mhm.
when I out processed, it was all contractors. So you can imagine how
Mm.
fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I was never issued that. I wasn't here for
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I never got issued it. And so I had to do this is the joke. This is the biggest joke I can remember out of Marine Corps. I had to do a missing gear statement for equipment I never got. To say I never got the equipment with the signatured receipt of me with my signature saying I got everything but the flak vest. And it still took my fucking company commander the day before I was supposed to go on terminal leave to sign the papers. Everybody thought I lost my flak vest because none of these fuckers read my rebuttal. And then when I finally walked in, I said, hey, I walked in. You know what? I did something I never did before in the Marine Corps. Because the first sergeant in the Marine Corps and the first sergeant and the first shirt in the Air Force, they're very different.
Yeah.
Very different. I walked in the first sergeant office, said, sir, I need this signed off by the commander so I can get my terminal leave papers tomorrow. And he looked at me and goes, maybe you shouldn't have lost the flak jacket. I'm like, first sergeant, I didn't lose the flak jacket. I was never issued it. If you'd read the goddamn statement, you'd fucking know it.
Yeah.
He's like, what? He read the statement. I shit you not. He literally looked at the statement. I was like, here it is, sir. Looked at it, took it to the company commander. Company commander signed it. I went over to supply. Supply signed off. I could finally go on terminal leave the next day. And I thought medical was going to be my worst problem.
God, yeah.
Yeah, snafu.
Personally, I would, my solution to the thing that if I was doing issue you a vest, hand it right back. Okay, we're done.
That's what I thought it would do. Dude, supply medical back then in the Marine Corps was every fucking thing. Those were the two key things. I handed everything but the flak vest I wasn't issued. And I was getting punished for, and that was kind of a trend I got tired of. I was like, why am I getting punished for something that wasn't even my fault? It was crazy. It was the 90s. God help me.
Oh boy. What you
So
looking
you were
at?
in the Air Force, Captain?
Yeah, working admin. That's why
3A, 3C, 3S?
Well,
I
back
don't
in
know
my thing, it was 702, 5C when I finally got it. But they got rid of the shreds on it. In fact, I already put the training for it.
No, the shreds are still there.
When I was there, the 702 thing, originally it was the A, B, and C shred. But I was told while at tech school that they've gotten rid of the shreds. It was just 702s, everything down. So I got
when I came in, shreds were still a thing, but I'm gonna be honest.
Probably brought them back.
I don't know anybody who ever had a shred in their AFSC.
Yeah, I think they just because they changed the numbers after I got out.
Yeah, his service is also why he can't donate blood anymore.
Well, because I spent the mid '80s in England, during the mad cow thing. They don't care if you're a vegetarian. If you were there, no. The fact is, in East Anglia, though, it's like they weren't feeding the cows, ground up cow stuff. They're feeding them fish meal, if anything. So,
look, nothing funnier than a bunch of Marines getting together and being like, "It's Thursday night. Hey, let's go get some plasma." Why? So I have beer money for Friday.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Hey, I never gave plasma or blood. I was like, no, I'm like, I can treat just fine on my own. I don't need to lose blood.
Yeah.
My buddies did it. I don't know why, but actually, I do know why, because they were stupid with their money. Or they were desperate.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the DVDs we have at home is the gag reel, basically, from Arlie Ermey's show Mail Call.
Yeah, the outtakes thing, they got, two different. One safe for, to play in front of your parents. Another one's like, it's the salty one.
Do you know he
Still
was
bleacher in there.
actually at? Do you know that Gunny Lemmy was an honorary Gunny? He was actually
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he got
I
out.
didn't went
Got out
into
as a
that
staff
on
sergeant. Yeah,
mail
the
call.
medical.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
No, I just didn't know if you guys knew.
Oh,
that.
yeah,
That's all. Yeah.
No,
cool.
they kind of gave him the promotion afterwards because of all the stuff he'd done since then.
Well, did you know that the actor who played Gomer Pyle was honorarily promoted to Lance Corporal?
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Hmm.
Prominent of the Marine Corps years ago. I don't remember. And you can look it up.
Mhm.
Honorarily, I don't remember the actor's name, but and I'm not talking about Vincent D'Onofrio, obviously from Full Metal Jacket.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, he's promoted to honorary Lance Corporal.
Yeah.
Mm.
Never heard about the whole thing of Full Metal Jacket. Is like I mean, Irby was brought in as a technical advisor, but he really wanted to play that Gunny. So he laid it on. He made it. No, the guy who got is no good. They recast that guy as somebody else. I think an officer later on. But so when they'd ask him, well, how would you do this? And he just laid into him. It's like,
It's so funny going through my boot camp times and all the time I spent on the quarterdeck where they PT'd the shit out of us.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have rather have taken a punch. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
There were times someone was saying, "It's like, can't they just hit us like in Full Metal Jacket?"
Yeah.
It's like, because when the guy when he says, "I will PT the fuck out of you,"
Yeah.
Marine Corps ain't kidding about they'll PT the fuck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
I went in there 200 pounds. I came out 165.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah, trust me, I was what we were called a diet recruit.
Mm-hmm.
So I
straight to the Fat Boy program. It's
yes, I was straight to the Fat Boy program. Had a nice little tag on my uniform that said diet. And this was how it would be. We'd march the chow in 4 formation, and then we'd close to 2, and then all us fat motherfuckers had to go to the back. So when we
you'll get what's left, motherfucker.
No, what would happen is we'd go through the chow line, they'd see our thing, and then it would always be the same thing from the DI. Half the meat, nothing on the lettuce. Or nothing on the salad.
Yeah.
So no dressing, and
Nope.
I couldn't eat the entire protein. Okay, I was fine with figuring out how to eat salad without dressing. But here's the key thing. I had to present my plate to my DIs at the end. All of us fat bodies did. Now, they had to review what they saw and then dismiss us. And then we could go outside and get back in formation. What I would do, because I was so fucking hungry, was as soon as I turned, I grabbed that piece of protein that was left and shoved it in my mouth, and tossed my plate, and managed to swallow it and chew it up and swallow it without choking to death.
Oy.
I got caught one time by a troop, by one of my fellow recruits, and he goes, "Did you just eat that?" I said, "I will fucking." I'm literally looking at him with a look like, "I will fucking kill you in your sleep if you say something."
Yeah. No, I went.
Now, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have done that, but I probably would have taken a bar of soap and a sock to him.
Oh yeah, own personal sock party. Yeah. No, but Air Force Basic. It's every, they only have one facility, Lackland Air Force Base, San Antonio.
Yeah, my wife. If you don't know, Captain, my wife is actually retired Air Force. She went to San Antonio as well, and
I went through it May to June.
I think she went in. Well, I don't know the month she went in, but I believe it was She graduated college, so I think 2001 or 2.
No, I was 85. So I was like, it's like summer, and it's like there's not a lot of green around. It's all pavement around though. So we did our PT before the sun came up. And there's a lot of times where it's like, okay, everybody inside's too hot, so we sit around the barracks doing something.
Yeah, one of my favorite Amazing Race contestants was in the Air Force Academy. Let's just say very free, don't ask, don't tell. Before they repealed it.
So I had little secret meetings, in the catacombs. But
God, I was so good. God, I was so glad when Don't Ask, Don't Tell finally got repealed. That was one of the stupidest fucking things Clinton came up with. It was
a compromise type thing. It's like, okay,
you
can be gay, but just don't advertise it because the whole thing is like you don't want to disgrace.
Look, don't get me wrong. I get it. I remember the 90s and everything. I remember how that was going. I remember how it was more acceptable and everything. And I think most of us were fine with it. I think even most of us would have been fine with it in the military. It was just the older generation still having it was silent, and I think the boomers, and still to this day I agree, because I'm sorry, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat, and Rosetta, I'm sorry, I'm talking politics here, but I don't think for a fucking second these people change their opinions. I think a lot of them, when they're the silent generation, the baby boomers, I think they're pandering.
Oh yeah.
And I'm talking both sides, not just one.
Yeah.
No, honey, remember that incident at the RNC one year with Michelle Malkin and Zell Miller?
Okay, well, it was about Michelle Malkin. Right? After Zell Miller did his big speech at the RNC.
All right, just remember, Rosetta does not like us talking politics.
I know this is not got into the particular speech, but he gave a stem winder of a speech. He was, he thought his career was over. He found out, no, they love you. They want to make you mayor of Peoria now. But he goes from there to talking to Chris Matthews on a
Peoria,
show.
Illinois.
Whatever. He's like he turned. The crowd loved him after that because he was calling out John Kerry. And then this man who voted to cut the F-15, got the and he wants to command the armed forces. Armed forces armed with what? Spitballs. And it's like, yeah. There's finally a sane Democrat. But he went from there to off to the side, and he thought his career was over. He said, "Fuck it, he's going to go for it." And Matthews had gotten onto Michelle Malkin, just come out with a book, and he's trying to get Zell. And thing is, nothing to do. It's like he's just raking her, and he was offended by the fact he's picking on her. And so he gets on, So they're asking Zell Miller about what's going on, and he goes off on Chris Matthews. I know what you did to that girl. I wish we still had duels in this country. I challenged it with and Matthews. What the hell? Just Zell Miller is a little country, gentleman. He's like defending the honor woman. It's like you don't do that to a girl.
Oh. I think Grandpa Geek had a few too many Dr. Peppers.
Okay, well, he's dealing with stuff there. So let's see what's going on my end of the world here while I got the stage for a bit. And again, my usual shenanigans over here. It's like one thing is nice now that I'm no longer blocked by Kakuri. He's trying to play, peacemaker a bit, but also and calling these guys on the carpet for calling me all kinds of ugly things. And calling them, it's trying to do that. Where's your evidence? What what the hell is where's your call for what he's doing? It's like and I stated on my very twisted agenda. I said my twisted agenda is very simple: help Indy through this year's delusional state without incurring some permanent injury. Encouraging delusional behavior is not only helpful; it is not helpful; it is destructive, and I have no use for anyone who does so.
Yeah, well, you know,
yeah, and it come back. Is this better, or these guys want you to take off your underwear? It's like, you know. So, whoops, there we go. You got another response here. Yeah, I just got a
Well,
like
yeah.
on that one too.
You know, as much as emotional as us Gen Xers
Yeah.
are, we are not
Mhm.
near.
Yeah.
We are still far more logical than I think.
Yeah.
Post 1985, I'm going to give
Mhm.
the millennial. I'm one of those people. I give the
Mhm.
81 to 84
Yeah.
millennials. I
Mhm.
give them a pass. We can either call them Zillennials or we can
Yeah.
call them Gen X
Yeah.
cousins
Mhm.
or whatever. I give the 81 to 84 a pass. They're too much like us.
Yeah. Well, I was born in July of '64, so I got plausible deniability of being called a boomer. No, I'm at the point where the baby boom broke up. I'm part of the baby busts. Okay, so
Hey, I was born
I'm
in-
close. You know, I'm more in the Gen X category. It's like elder statesman of Gen X.
Hey, I was born October 13th, 1979. I am at the tail end of the Gen X.
Uh-huh.
I'm the young Gen X one.
I think that was my
Thankfully,
sophomore.
I was
That's my sophomore year of high school. I think.
my sophomore year of high school was 1996.
Mhm. I was in England.
No, it was definitely 96
Or
because
86. No, 86 was in England.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
96 for me, and I graduated a semester early in 98, and then I
Mhm.
joined the Marine Corps in November of 98.
Mhm.
I was born August 23rd, 1967.
Mm.
Same day.
You're 10 years older than. Did
Hmm.
Rosetta come back, or did somebody find out how to bring somebody in?
Oh, the Inquisitor came out. Oh, and there she
She's
is.
back now, so I was able to
All right.
hop on.
Oh, okay.
We tried to behave, Rosetta. We promise. We tried to respect the
Tried to-
rules as best we
And
could.
tried to keep any political sessions on the esoteric level, not advocating one side or the other, just stating facts.
I was
Which is
keeping
over-
tabs on you guys a little bit.
Yeah. it's-
Well, you would have been stupid not to.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah, I gotta
with
make
you,
sure
Mouth.
they all
I mean-
behave.
would have been very irresponsible.
Mouth. Look,
Oh,
my Twitch has stayed at 6 to 9 viewers consistently, even when you guys were running things. So
Mhm.
Cool.
So you're probably stable. Okay.
I'm stable right now. So I'm going to try to keep pushing this as long as I can to try to get closer to my viewer count I need.
Mm-hmm.
damn, honey.
Okay, fine. What?
Richard Mall died.
Oh. Well, so much for him showing up on Night Court.
Oh. I mean, he was 80 with giganticism, so he actually lived a really long life.
Yeah, true.
That's
Yeah.
surprising.
Who passed?
Richard
Bull
Mall
Shannon from Night Court.
No. No.
He was 80 and he was.
Oh, no, Richard.
So gigantism.
Mm.
Oh.
I know that one makes my heart go pitter pat too because I always
Yeah.
loved him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, somebody else is back too.
Oh,
Ah.
Netcat's here too. Back.
I just got back myself from my other stream, so
Hello.
Well, let me
So
show
yeah, I've actually been technically in the chat the entire time. I've just been watching a movie.
Ah,
What are
okay.
you watching?
Well, not exactly a movie. Watching Loki.
Oh,
Is it any good?
well, give me a
It's
chat.
actually, completely honestly, it's the first thing that I'm actually liking from Marvel in a long time.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
I think so.
thinking about giving that a chance.
And in about 45 minutes, I'm going to be streaming about it with a couple other people to talk about it.
Okay.
Cool.
That's actually part of the reason why I was like, "Yep, I gotta go," because I needed to make sure I watched the latest episode.
No, I gotta be honest. The only reason I'm even interested in seeing this is because my 16-year-old son is saying it's actually pretty decent.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
why I say by that is because when I'm going to give an example. When Thor: Love and Thunder came out, We were supposed to go see it. I didn't want to fucking see it because the trailer looked like shit. And I got sick the night prior. My wife and daughter saw it. I heard their thing. I promised I'd take my son. My son comes out of the room. He goes, "Dad, I'm really not interested in seeing the movie." The next words out of my mouth were, because I don't lie to my son, I was like, "Thank God," because the only reason I was going is because I thought you wanted to see it.
You're all terrible.
It's been almost 4 years since I've seen a movie anywhere, like in theaters.
I actually sailed the high seas for Thor: Love and Thunder, and then I streamed my reaction to watching it with just kind of a black screen, just like anybody who's seen the movie will probably know where I am due to my reactions. So I was just watching it and just going, "Oh my god, oh my god."
Oh, those sucks. They really, really suck. I have to use the water boy anytime somebody says something sucks. Oh, they really, really suck.
Nice vibrato.
That was good vibrato.
So this is how it kind of worked for my family on that. We saw Endgame, loved it. Saw Spider-Man No Way Home. Everybody loved that in the family, especially me, seeing, the two. And I don't care if I'm not referring to the 70s or anything. I'm going with these the OG movie Spider-Man. Yeah. And I loved it because I felt like Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man left us hanging.
Yeah.
And I felt like
BioWeb?
No, I thought we actually got some decent closure in that.
Yeah.
And then we go into Doctor Strange, and everybody came back from the movie, and everybody was underwhelmed. Half my family, actually, no, only me knew what the hell was going on because I was the only one who watched WandaVision. So nobody else knew what the fuck was going on with Wanda. And
WandaVision yet.
And, we were underwhelmed by it at the end. And we skipped, and this is actually something we regret. We skipped Guardians of the Galaxy 3, watched it on Disney Plus, realized it was actually a really good fucking movie. And, I thought Ant-Man was decent for the most part. And the only reason I give it a pass is because his annoying ass daughter is exactly what I would believe she would be at that time. Believe it or not, the reason why everybody was annoyed with it is why I liked it, because I was like, okay, you know what? She reminds me of my annoying ass 20-something-year-old daughter who thinks she fucking knows everything, is so much smarter than everyone. And says stupid shit like
me.
It's the nature of 20-something girls. They think that no, you don't. Okay.
Excuse you.
Okay.
I was never that insufferable at that age. Thank you.
Nobody ever. There are outliers.
Yeah, although I imagine the guy you drove his nuts into his abdominal cavity. You might have something to say about that.
Hey,
he had to come on. I know. So.
Wow, you said that, and I just lost 3 viewers on Twitch. Thanks. Thank you, Bob.
Cowards! You deserve to. They don't deserve you.
Seriously?
Yes, when he said that, we dropped 3.
I'm actually.
Wow.
There are wusses that can't tell the truth. Okay.
Are any of you guys look? Well, you know what?
No,
I don't know what you guys are looking forward to seeing in the theater. I have no clue. Other than Dune 2 right now, I really don't have much I'm looking forward to.
Help my
Dune
Twitch
2 is
channel, please. Bob just shot it.
Dune 2 is about the only one that I can think of that I'm looking forward to.
At this point, I have to sit here and tell people, please understand, please. This guy literally pushed me into a wall and was trying to jump me.
Yeah, he had it coming. Yeah.
He said that so offhandedly, it made me sound like some horrible male beater.
Oh, no.
Fucking hell.
Oh, man.
Trust me, I know what it's like to be
It's
beaten
not
by
shut
a
up,
woman
man.
mercilessly for not fun reasons. Rosetta, he ain't the type. He ain't an abusive woman. I can't see it.
No, it was
Thank
purely,
you.
purely defensive, and it was a righteous, bawling. Okay, so
And
No,
you're
I mean,
funny.
and-
I mean, sorry.
No, I mean that really, Rosetta, sincerely, is someone who is a male DD. I don't see that in you. I don't see you as a man beater.
I got
No in hell.
I wish I would have been around.
she's a man
when
beater.
that-
No.
When that one asshole.
Depends on what type
here
of beat
she
you're
comes.
getting into.
I mean, if I had been around for that one asshole that went after Rosetta, oh, that guy would not have survived to see the next morning.
No, I think it's cruel that he did survive. He has to live with the fact that yes, the girl you thought you were gonna think, yeah, she just drove your nuts into your abdominal cavity, fuckhead. We have to explain to the doctor why are we doing this procedure.
It's like I'm sorry, it was a justified assault. Maybe leave him there so he can't try it again. I mean,
Might
sorry,
not be able to do it again.
I'm a good girl, really.
Mm-hmm.
Innocent.
Or better yet, I think the punishment that they gave to Alan Turing just for being gay is more suited to guys like this asshole.
That is what the Imitation Game really did not do service to anybody in that movie. Because Alan Turing was not this crazed little weird. He was very outgoing, very sociable. And actually, he volunteered for it because the situation in England at the time, that was the way you're able to get inside. He happily volunteered.
Please, can you guys all go share my Twitch around, please? Because it did drop a lot, and I need to keep those numbers up. I'm trying to build the numbers.
Unfortunately, you at least dropped by one because I'm no longer in the Twitch myself because I'm here now.
I just got in the Twitch chat, so I'm there.
Because it really dropped when he did that, and it kept going down. So please share it around and try to get people to go back in, please, because I was working on building those numbers.
Yep.
I love
And
you guys.
actually, now that I think about it, since I'm actually at home, I'll throw it on my computer for a bit.
All right.
Thank
I
you.
just post it on there, and I'm going to post it over here on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck we're calling it this week. Yeah.
What horse? I mean,
Be nice, it'll be a change of pace in what I've been posting lately. A little change from me. Oh, you want these guys dead? Yes, I do actually.
like I said, with this issue I've been going through, I did several middle of the night and early morning streams out of the blue, and Twitch did not promote them at all whatsoever. And my followers weren't on. So I ended up getting no views for them. So it drove my average viewer count from 2-ish, which is low, to 0 point something. And you have to get several concurrent viewer average in order to get affiliated.
Anyway, if you could put this picture up here real quick, I wanted to show off my my Starfleet Marine.
But I'm not that nice to you, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm terrible. I know.
So there we go. This is what I think a proper Starfleet Marine thinks.
I could see that. All right, that's enough.
All right.
Sorry,
that's cool.
I'm still giving you crap, but no, I mean it's.
And I posted links to my shop on my chat. Okay.
I just want to get my stuff out there, to share art that I think will make people happy, to share stories to people, to realize that no matter how broken, disabled, and fucked up we can be, we can still find ways to be contributing, happy people in society. We don't have to be defined by the disabilities. And I want to give people beauty and hope. And that's the biggest thing I push for in life and strive for in life. which is why it started with the reality for creatives with mental issues, and then I let you guys on and became an example of creatives with mental issues. Sorry.
Hey,
Love you. And so,
wait till
well,
that
it was
goddamn
all.
metaphor.
I was making such a sweet speech, but then I just.
The thing that really makes me happy, and you guys will probably think I'm twisted, is
We already do.
that last scene with Amber Heard in The Stand.
When she converts herself into 100 pounds of ground chuck in a nightgown. You know,
Yeah.
Okay, so I am like bugged out right now in some ways, and I'm trying to find something here. So if you just give me a moment of my time.
Yeah,
When I
plus
tell people
Twitch on
to
Twitter.
remember what I actually do, not just this bullshit that you're seeing here, but what I actually do is far more complicated, far more intricate, far more beautiful. What I actually do.
Oh.
and a bit more English too, I think too. Oh, Petey.
Hibiscus.
Nice photo.
There you go. Just share your channel out.
Thank you.
How about some animal pictures?
Don't get snotty. Okay?
Patience, oh bitchy one.
Breathe,
Birdie.
breathe, Padawan.
Oh, hi.
Pelican.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I do intricate and amazing stuff. I love my work. My
Nice.
photos, my videos, the stuff that I do, it is inspiring to me in times.
Oh, Win Dixie's doing personalized deals. Pretty, we're not anywhere near Win Dixie.
Black swans are interesting. Their cry is not what I would have expected it to be.
I'll tell you what, fucking peacocks cry is not what I expected.
Oh no, peacocks sound like you took a rooster crow and combined it with a siren.
You
Yeah,
go to the
somebody
Denver
wanna
Zoo.
explain to me-
Your
Could
content-
somebody please, oh my god,
Yeah.
could somebody please fucking explain to me how something so beautiful could have such the most ugliest sound?
I got a problem with the peacock. Fox is weird. You know, they
No,
don't really bark.
peacocks.
They,
Aww.
I mean, foxes quack. You know,
That you hear that chirpy noise, that high pitched chirpy noise?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the black swans.
all right.
Ah.
What's the
used to that.
difference between a black and a white swan? Is there really other than the feather color?
Well,
There's
the
actually a
obvious-
lot of build difference. Look at the feathers; they're curly and their body shape's different and other stuff. There's actually quite a bit. Black swans
No,
are mostly
that's why
called by
I'm
many cultures, but by many cultures have actually called black swans vampire swans.
Mhm.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is, this is something I tell people. It's like people say people are stupid. I'm like, no, we're not stupid. We're ignorant. I'm ignorant of zoology.
There's a difference,
I don't know
yeah.
this stuff.
Mhm. To remind people of the stuff I actually do. Simple, elegant, cute little things. Things that can be uplifting. Let's find fun in this world. Let's find joy in this world. Or at least not fuck shit up too much. Oh, I bet you MB would love this one.
Aww.
Mhm.
How'd you know? Oh, of course you know. You know what I'm You're shit.
Mhm.
I'm a guy. I'm fucking simple and stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, we're very easy to please for the most part. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You like doggos. It's a simple shot to take you and show
Uh-huh.
you the coyote pictures I've taken.
That's not her. Rosetta, I have 2 cats too at home. I love
I
them.
know.
In fact, we have established my cat Mocha. I am his bitch. You
Well, you
how
are a
I know
bitch,
I'm-
definitely. I mean,
Well, do you know how I know I'm his bitch? Because we have a treehouse out here that he likes to go in. See, nowadays he will be around it or something. I'll go out in the morning. I'll say Mocha, and expect him to come in. No. He's too
How's
good
that?
for coming in. He's too good for coming in.
Nice.
When I come out there and say Mocha, he goes into that little downward thing. He's like, comes up to me. He's like, okay, pick me up and take me home. You may do that now.
Wow.
Mm.
No, it is really like that. I will walk and he will stand there. And I have had a couple of times where when you see how I know he's pissed at me because we took something away from his comfort spot. You know how I know he was pissed at me? He came to the house on his own 3 days in a row. Didn't even bother for me to pick him up. Nothing. Didn't wait for me or nothing. Yeah. That's how pissed my cat was at me. Shit, we left for a couple days ago on that vacation in Tennessee, Rosetta, and our cat Caramel that lays with my wife all the time didn't lay with her for 2 months. Fucking cats are mean. They have long. I don't care if they're male or female. They're just biologically women.
how about that one, MB?
Oh, nice.
Oh, you did black and white, beautiful.
Mm.
Have you done one of those sans colors?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word for it.
I don't remember the term for it. It's an art mode I have on one of the cameras.
Get a bit of an Ansel Adams
the black
going
and
there.
white
Yeah.
is- No, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I always find sometimes black and white on the right stuff, and Rosetta seems to hit it. Sometimes just makes it look so much better than color.
Like that?
Yes, like that, exactly. There's something. Okay, the best way I can describe it is when those things are in color. I think there's something lost.
Who's playing Mario?
Yeah, kill the sounds, please, because that can get me struck.
Sorry about that.
Why does it not surprise me it was him?
Took a while to remember what game that was. I think that sounds familiar.
Yeah, speaking of black and white.
Look at this shit. Look at the claws that badgers have. They're like freaking bear claws.
Oh, look at that.
Badgers.
You know, it's
Badgers.
interesting.
We don't need no
I would've
badgers.
thought- Hey,
We
Rosetta.
don't need no stinking badgers.
Yeah.
Rosetta, I'm rather surprised. I would have thought they'd look sharp, not dull like that.
Oh, I'm sure they're quite sharp.
Oh, I'm sure they
that
are.
that one's in a zoo. They cut his routinely.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Because, that seemed a little strange.
And
for
I
them
think
to
it's
be
safe. They
so-
probably also drug them the hell up when they do it.
So then we hop out here and we go to 2003 sort folder here and go to the Nikon here. This gets fun because I have so much stuff I need to deal with.
Oh, I still got it up.
Oh,
Turtle!
cool.
I love turtles.
Toidles.
I like turtles. Yeah,
No,
That used to
I
be
generally
my
love
TV
turtles. I
name
love seeing
back
the
in the
big
day.
ones that lived 100 years old.
They're
That's
so
most
cool.
turtles.
Yeah, back in the day when my father still had a CB radio in his truck, I was called Little Turtle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's news to me. Okay.
So, Rosetta, you take these outside your area, right? Most of the time?
Actually, it very much depends on what I'm doing that time.
Yeah.
The eagle pictures and a lot of the flowers and stuff I actually take quite locally.
Well, that's what I meant. I know you drive
Yeah.
around a lot taking those pictures, so you know your area quite well,
Mhm.
obviously, to know where to get the shots.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking. I assume that, as many as you have, the places to go in your area for those.
Yeah. Eagles are a fun one to try to track and photograph all the time.
I'm going to be honest, I can't think of the last time I saw an eagle in the last few years. I think it might have been
Last
South
time I
Carolina, but I couldn't be
actually
right.
was,
How about that?
1 year at Ren here.
Oh, interesting bird.
Nice.
Great blue heron.
That's what it is. Thank you, Rosetta. I could not think of the fucking name of it. I don't know why I knew that, but I forgot it.
Here we go.
Yeah, bad joke. Bad joke.
What, the parrot again or what?
No, Timothy.
Oh,
I
What's your
love
skill?
I love what I do. And I think it reflects because look at
Yeah, I take I take some of those pictures like that of the outside Rosetta, sometimes in the morning and the evenings, my front yard.
that's an interesting frame for the vulture, isn't it?
Very interesting.
Wow.
Burps.
Yeah.
Burps.
Well, you see, the thing with
Okay.
Rosetta is you go out actually.
Oh, squirrel.
Go ahead, continue.
Now
Oh,
I've
dear.
got a thing that some guy from the Marine Corps told me once, and it just sounds so funny. Nuts? I was nuts. What? Squirrels.
Oh,
Squirrels
my
made me nuts.
God,
Nuts.
wow.
Mhm.
You know, I'm amazed how well you are able to see
Mhm.
bald eagles so prevalently where you're at, Rosetta.
Yeah, it's so cool.
This area in East Iowa to Illinois area actually is about a third of the bald eagle population is here most of the year outside of summer. And their migration back and their mating season are just starting, so they're going to get more and more prevalent everywhere we go over the next couple months, and they will peak in January and February.
By the way, I'm sorry I said Ohio and not Iowa. Sorry. My
I'd be
bad.
surprised how many people make that error. I've never understood why, but it's actually not that uncommon.
Really? Good. At least I know it's not just me being a fucking idiot.
Oh, that too.
Well,
By the way, that's a fuck you face.
yeah, look at that eagle right there.
yeah, that is
Yeah. Mhm.
no, Rosetta. That is literally he's giving you the dance. He's like, yeah, I'm here.
She. Guarantee you that's a she. She was much bigger than the others around her.
Do you know how do you know how to tell the sexes between? Do you know
With eagles, the females are
yeah.
actually bigger, and the heads are a little more boxed, triangular, and rigid than the males.
Oh, there we go.
So it's mostly size, and do they look mean, or do they look like they're kind of dazed and confused?
Oh.
If they're dazed and confused, it's a male. If they look mean as fuck, it's a female or a matriarch.
So basically, like normal marriage.
How about this one? Up in the colorful trees as they're changing color.
Mm. Yeah, I'm hiding. You can't see me. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't work in that.
Do you do how many frames per second can you get?
Oh God, I don't remember.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just curious. Not that it matters.
Oh, I'm sure you were. I started thinking about it. My brain went, you don't know that. The fuck, woman.
Well, no, I was noticing how you do your pictures. And
This
things.
right here. The heron watching
Yeah.
the squirrel run by it.
Yeah, see, look at that. You wouldn't have got that with, an iPhone, obviously. Look at that. You can still see it. Wow, look, you go back, you saw it, and you go oh, there he is.
Squirrel's peeking.
Son of a
Love it.
bitch.
Like it.
It's just staring out like, what's
Like,
this crazy
give
thing
me,
doing on my
give me a reason to jump on your head. Come on.
screen?
This is almost like a Marco Polo thing.
This is the stuff I love to do. I love my work. I love it so much. People don't know how much I put into this. These trees here. You see this? Do you know what those are? They're double-crested comrades. They're a distant relative to herons.
Mm-hmm.
And they perch in the trees like crazy. How about this? Pelicans.
Wow.
In
Where's
Max.
that? Where is that at? Where are you seeing pelicans?
That is on Swisher Lake, or what connects to Lake McBride, along 380 interstate in Iowa here.
Oh.
They actually come up here during the warmer months because we're not far from the Mississippi.
I
Yep.
actually don't think I've seen a pelican since I left South Carolina.
Hmm.
And that was 2.5 years ago. I live in Indiana, guys. I live in the sticks of Indiana. Right now, it's so dark. Right now, I wouldn't be able to see 10 feet out my front door. But there's an advantage to that because neither will anybody else see 10 feet inside.
How many birds do you guys see if you look closely?
Oh, this one again? Yeah, I ain't
Another one.
I see one definitely.
One,
No, I said I see
I
one
can't
definitely.
4,
begin
5,
to
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Not talking to you, Grandma.
Rosetta, I'm getting a little stoned right now, just FYI, so my eyes aren't perfect.
Look,
Okay.
Spirit's still around.
Oh, look
She
at
is
that.
almost 39 now.
Oh wow.
39. Bird can live to
She'll be
30.
39 in the beginning of the year.
Hmm.
Yep.
So does the beak continue to grow?
No, but their heads start turning brown and gray as they get old.
Hmm.
Okay, so is the beak normally natural like that? I'm sorry, I've never seen
Oh, yeah.
one that
Eagle beaks are that long and that jagged. I've
Okay,
watched
I've
them
never
slam
seen-
their head into the surface of ice and dig it straight through, pull a fish out, and yank it out in a 1 second motion.
Hey, I'm just saying, I ain't never seen a picture of an eagle that close with a beak like that. I was wondering if they grew because you said it was 39 years
Mhm.
old.
It's more the beaks sometimes get dull depending on what they're hunting and what they're eating.
Did you study zoology?
To a degree, actually, yes. When I was little, the job I wanted to do more than anything is I actually wanted to be a forest ranger and work with the bison and the boiling mud in Yellowstone.
Hmm.
So I spent most of my childhood studying with the goal to become a forest ranger. And then I found out medically that I couldn't when I was 17.
Oh,
So I actually studied this stuff from basically the age of 3
Aw.
to 17. And then I got back into it with the photography and I work with it
So
a
you
lot.
found a
so.
way. So you found a way to take something that unfortunately you couldn't do, and still make it, a passion for you. That's a great thing.
Mhm.
So I bet it's interesting you said that about the forest ranger thing because when we went down in August to Mammoth Cave in Kentucky, we met this forest ranger who took us on our tour of the cave. Just as smart a Mammoth Cave, because trust me, that motherfucker's huge. But he was a 5th generation forest ranger tour guide. And, it kind of broke my heart talking to him afterwards that he's looking like, he's in his 60s now and he's going to retire soon. And unfortunately, none of his family wants to take up that tradition.
Hmm.
And it's very sad. I'll have to send you the link of who the person I'm talking about, Rosetta.
Okay.
Real nice guy. I mean, by the way, big key thing about the fact that they were tour guides and stuff. The man's black in
Mhm.
Kentucky.
All right.
We're going all the way back to the way south days. So, man had some impressive stories. And, man, Rosetta, I'll tell you what. I thought I'd seen black before. And I mean by dark. I had never seen dark until
That black.
he did they turned off all the ambient lights around us.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
he did a song and kind of gave us an idea on how some of the people back then did. And
They
it
do
was
that in a
really-
lot of the caves where they'll black all the lights out and let you really feel the pitch black, true pitch black.
Yeah, and it is and it was just he had just the match. Just yeah, that's beautiful. Just the match, and man, when he blew that out and the whole place was just quiet, that was the scariest thing for me, I think, was not the dark, but the absolute quiet.
Oh.
And literally, I mean, having no idea where to turn, which way to go. I mean, yeah, it really gave you an idea of the atmosphere, of what those people went through.
Elk, baby.
It's a beautiful shot of the eyes, by the way.
God damn.
Yeah, nice eyes.
That's why I was asking about your frames per second, because you seem to get really beautiful frames in ways most cameras I know would never be able to do.
Definitely depends on which one of my cameras I'm using. I've got 4 different cameras I switch between, and I get these shots with all of them. I just do it for different lighting and effects.
Well, yeah, but I mean, obviously, we know you're not using your fucking iPhone.
I don't have an iPhone. Fuck Apple. I mean,
Okay, but you know what?
Oh, I hate Apple.
I
Apple can suck it.
Okay,
I
guys,
do actually do some scenics and some photos with the phone.
Yeah, I've only got an iPhone because I had to. So yeah.
Hey, I could have said Android. It was a 50-50 fucking shot. All I was saying was we obviously know she's not doing this on her phone.
No.
Oh, definitely.
How's that one?
It's just random. It's just random fact.
Rosetta.
I actually do boycott Apple and have for pretty much my entire life. I hate them.
Rosetta, do you see? Do you see that in the eyes?
The reflection of the light. Yeah.
Yeah, the double reflection right there. That little glint there and there. Oh my good. Oh, you can really see. What do you call that? Like a greenish, kind of almost like a.
There we go.
I don't want to call it puce yellow, but kind of a snot yellow to that grayish.
I would say
blue.
almost the yellow green on it's almost kind of that pastel yellow green, that little soft one you get in some of the kits.
What would you attribute all that? I mean, I don't know a better word to call it. Stenciling on the top of the bink and the lower part. You think that's just from?
They get scratches over time that just stay in the beaks.
So that's what those are. Would be right.
That's hunting marks, basically.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought they were. But
Those are battle scars. God damn it.
From the struggling prey.
And there's another.
You know, Rosetta, I'm going to actually say thank you for all these pictures, because you actually taught me something today I did not realize. How long many birds' beaks go.
And one thing with a lot of these, most of the predator birds live about 20 years in the wild. Most of the big predator birds. Some of them, depending on the care they get in captivity and their health without wild issues, they live between 30 to 60 in captivity. But Spirit is one of the oldest eagles in the world right now.
Yep. And I've actually got a video of Spirit on my channel.
I actually took Netcat out to Raptor Resource Project and introduced him to Spirit and them.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. And if you take a look at my shorts, I've got some shorts of those up. Actually, I've got a whole bunch more videos of those that I haven't gotten around to actually turning into shorts yet. I need to get around to doing that.
You got to admit, that's a unique angle for that video.
You also go take a look at that.
That's a unique pose on that photo, isn't it?
Very.
That's Reggie. He's one of the eagles up at Raptor Resource.
I don't know. In yoga, we'd call that a cow pose.
That's kind of look of what the fuck are you doing up there, and why shouldn't I go kill you?
Considering the fact that there were two things going on. A, Spirit was talking, and he is a bit of a crush on Spirit. He's always trying to get over to her. And there was a squirrel in the tree above his pen. He he kept twisting his head up in different directions, looking at her and the squirrel.
Mhm.
And I just went, okay, I'm going to take some pictures.
Mhm.
So that's me.
Good choice. You see, Rosetta, you obviously have a passion for this because you're seeing things in ways that people like us who don't think about this kind of stuff, we would never think to look at that way or think to engage in it that way that like you do. But it's because of people like you who do this that people like us get to appreciate it and understand your passion.
Screech Owl with a fuck you face. Apparently,
Fuck all owls had a-
it apparently
fuck
did
owls.
not. This one, when it looks at me, it's peaceful. When it looks at whatever person I'm with, he's not. It did this when I went there with Mike. When I went there,
It's okay.
I'm tongue-tied. It did this when I went there with
Slow down.
before, too.
Pick your
It's
words.
done this to
Yeah.
several people.
Mhm.
And it's peaceful to me, and then it glares at them when they come over to the pen. And let's see if I can find where I put that one. Is it in which?
Are you just there that much? They know you that what they know your smell that well.
Could be. Something like that.
It could be partly
it's
that.
a definite possibility.
It could be
The
that
animals remember
animals
smell.
like me, even ones I've never met before out in the wild. They like me. I don't know. It just seems to be that
Such a cute
way.
owl.
Figured after a while. Okay, this is not a threat. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is gorgeous.
Nice.
That's Reggie. That's Reggie. That's the one from Raptor Resource.
Oh god, that is gorgeous. Oh my fuck, god, that is gorgeous. Can you please send me that?
Give me a little
You
bit
don't
more
have to do
time
it right now, but later. But that is just so gorgeous. I want to put that on my fucking phone.
No.
Actually, I want to put it out and put it as a poster and frame it. That's just too fucking gorgeous.
Here's the Screech Owl and some other shots I took of it.
Is that the face of the ass?
Seriously, you can't see that detailing.
No, I can't. But I mean, look at it. You can't tell me I'm off thinking that.
Yes, I can. It's like you can actually see that face.
Uh-huh.
But it's interesting is but like right before and right after, it's giving me just this normal stare like that. And then okay, this was the visit with Netcat. Netcat comes over, starts talking to me, and he goes literally from this like half closed, peaceful stare at me to this.
Yep, I remember that.
And then the look just got more intense and more visceral until he left.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Oops.
That, oh.
He didn't like him coming near me, apparently.
No, that's
Rosetta,
not human. Yeah.
Rosetta, I'm going to honestly say that is you better step the fuck back.
Yeah.
And that's his face as Netcat was walking away, watching Netcat leave. Look at him.
Actually, did I get a video of that? Because I think I might have been taking a video at that
I
point.
don't remember, but it was hilarious. We were laughing our asses off after, weren't we?
Yeah.
That
He was
is
like all
almost
peaceful and zen towards me, and as soon as you came over, he's looking at you like, "Fuck you! I'll claw your eyes out."
Now, even if I did get a video of it, that might be one that I haven't actually put up yet. So yeah.
Let me see if I understand that. Let me see if I understand this context. That look wasn't for you. That was for the person who walked up to you.
Uh-huh. Okay. My swans I told you about that I don't hang out with that like me so much. They have bitten people who come up next to me on the fence when I'm leaning against it and taking photos of them.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So the other day,
Okay, who was it with you again? Who was it? Sorry.
Netcat.
Netcat. That was the I will fucking kill you look.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You're not wrong.
You don't get any better. That was your warning. I would not go back ever.
Ooh, that wing is so pretty.
I'm a cat. Birds don't scare me.
Harris Hawk, otherwise known as a Black Hawk. This is what the military stuff's named after.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I am a cat. Birds don't scare me. Meow.
Yeah.
What are you, Marty?
I
You're
eat
gonna
them.
threaten the Eagles?
I didn't say that cats are necessarily smart about not being scared by them.
So,
Well,
I mean, there's
okay,
a lot
let's
of
be honest.
context.
When was the last time there was a smart man on the planet?
Uh,
Starting.
Hey.
Well,
Mm.
when was the last time there was a smart man on the planet? Let's go all the way back to Adam. He wasn't too smart.
mhm.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
And what are those? Who knows? Without looking at the titles of the boxes at the bottom of the screen, who knows what those are?
I fucked this up last time. I'm gonna go.
I'm not a botanist.
I have no clue.
Yucca blooms.
Oh.
I don't know. What are yucca blooms?
Yucca. UCC.
Yucca is a desert plant.
Oh.
It was one of the original ones they used to make a lot of things like anything from soaps to root beers and stuff like that. It blooms for a couple weeks out of the year. This is what it blooms like. They are actually a relation to Joshua trees.
Nice.
Neat.
And they have some of the most beautiful blooms. Look at this.
And those are in Iowa?
No, these ones I took back in South Dakota.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You go to South Dakota still a lot, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
Look at these blooms. Look at the detail on this.
Oh, I gotta ask you a question, Rosetta, specifically because
Oh, God
you
damn it.
are-
What?
Go ahead.
Of course it did.
Look at that.
Hold on.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Hold on.
Um,
This is going nowhere.
what were you starting to ask, MD?
No, it was about that Martin Scorsese movie that came out.
May or may not know.
What was it called? Flower the Killing Moons or something?
Oh,
I've heard about it. I have not gotten to check it out because of everything going on.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to be heading out because I'm setting up my own stream. So I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Take care, man.
Later.
Take care, Cap.
Yep, bye.
No. Yeah, Rosetta was at that. I wouldn't imagine you'd be able to go to the theater and see it. It's 3.5 hours long.
Adolescent Badger.
Smiling.
I have a video of him. You want to see it?
Oh, sure.
It's one of my favorites actually from this year. My videos files is fucking crazy. Anyways, you have no idea. I've got so much stuff I need to build and I need to actually edit and get posted. It's insane.
More like looks like you need to organize it first.
Well, these are recent videos. They're literally just recently copied out of the.
That's what you call that's what you call recent. I'm looking at like 30 or 40.
Yeah, all of these are ones from this year, and that doesn't count all the ones in these folders here that I've already been working on sorting and making sense out of.
Okay, well, it is October, obviously, so yeah, I can understand that.
Come on. There you are. Watch. He's sitting on top of a prairie dog hole at this point.
Oh.
Where's this at?
This is in Wind Cave National Park, and then he fell through the prairie dog hole.
Did he just fall?
He moved into the wrong spot of the prairie dog hole, and he broke the surface and fell through into the hole. Yes.
Silly badger. Silly
One
badger.
more time.
That is too cute.
Watch him. He
Yes.
well, bye-bye.
Rosetta, I've been telling you, why aren't you making calendars and publishing this shit?
I'm trying to work on it. I'm actually really working on sorting all my folders and videos and pictures over the last several years and starting to work on making the prints and stuff. I didn't get that done for almost 6 years because of everything that kept happening. So it's a massive task.
Yeah, but look at all of what you got in your
Watch this,
catalog.
watch this,
now.
watch
You've
this, watch
got-
this. Watch this, watch this. This is great. They're so competitive. Watch this. Because these are elk.
Can you get the broom and dustpan in here?
Oh.
What? Broom and dustpan.
They're boxing, literally.
That's awesome.
Hey, Rosetta, did you see? I think it popped up on social media. There was like an 8-minute bear fight that was recorded. Did you see
Bear
that?
fight.
I think I did, yeah. By the way, newborn bison.
Okay.
Oh,
let me see
it's so
if you-
cute.
Okay, let me see if you remember it. It was two alphas going up for the affection of a female. The female was in the background while they were fighting. And the thing went on for like 8 minutes. It was incredible.
That's cool.
Okay, should I see if I can do that one here?
It's slippery here.
Come on. The thing's a little slow on me. Sorry, it takes a moment to load everything. Some of the stuff's posted, some of it's not. And
You know, it's so
Sitting there.
sad that
What's the
you
chest over
hate TikTok so much because your videos would be a sensation on there.
when two male bison are trying to mate.
Middle
When
of the
two
road.
male bison are trying to mate. Uh-huh. Gay animals. It's a thing, folks.
So funny.
Hey, I used to watch my couple of my female bitches back in the day jump on top of each other and do it like one of them was a male. And I'm like, what are you, a transvestite? Sorry, that's what it was called back then. Deal with it, folks. Is it gonna take shit?
It's scratching on a rock. They like scratching and they like rocks and hard stuff.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I love what I do. I genuinely do.
Yeah, we can tell that. That's why I'm
It's
asking. Why this
crazy.
stuff. Yeah, look at this stuff. I'm telling you, you got a talent here. Why aren't you showing it off? I mean,
I'm getting there.
I'm going to ask you this, and this is, I'm not asking for details. Are there just that many roadblocks in other areas that are causing this to get pushed back all the time? That's a yes or no. I don't need details.
Yes and no.
Okay.
It started where I was really self-conscious about sharing my work for a long time. And then when I started to get to the point where I finally started trying to fix it and sort it and not just take it, but move past, things just kept happening to us. And things just kept happening to us. And it just wasn't working out.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back, Bone.
I can totally understand that completely.
If they got traffic behind me, that's gonna hurt. Yeah. We did this good.
Bighorn sheep eating the sunflowers. What do you think?
I think if you ever get a chance to get some of this stuff done and you get enough money, you need to get yourself an editor who can, go in, do the slowdowns, the speed ups, the maybe.
I can do some of that. I don't know how to do a lot of it, and I need a better editor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
why I said if you could get established, you could get somebody to do that stuff for you. You know, add the music, add the kind of, maybe commentary stuff,
It would be nice
Because
because
a lot of
I'm
these
just
are
not
like-
good at that. And I've got great footage.
No, your talent, obviously, we can tell where your talent is.
Tell.
You see him?
Look.
Hun, that's not a coyote. Wolf.
That was a wolf.
I thought so.
And that's not a coyote.
I love what I do.
Yeah, man, think about this. There could be a really, there could have really been a good soundtrack with that, with like,
Back to
and
Twitch. I need Cecily
like
to use the Twitch.
doubles. No, think about it. You could have put the song to it, and it's like, hungry like the woos. See, we know where your talent is, and we know you love it. That's a fucking given.
That sounds so dirty, but I'll go with it.
I don't know what I said that was dirty, but okay.
We know what your talent is, and we know you fucking love it.
Ah. Yeah, whatever. We're all perverted anyway on this fucking channel.
Duh.
But yeah, it's really, those things you do and stuff. That's what, like I said, I think I said it years ago. And how many times? Calendars. You've got so much for calendar options. I don't know how any of that shit works, but I've never been in the marketing area.
That's why I'm starting to learn how to make stuff out of this and starting to learn how to do all this stuff. Because it's just so much. It's been taking me so long to figure a lot of it out. But I mean, I've got the potential. I know I've got the abilities here.
Absolutely. That's not even a question. It's right there.
Thank you so much.
What?
Oh, just a friend.
I thought you were talking to me for a second.
Here, look at that.
Another
Oh,
woof.
Yep, that one is definitely wolf. Look at.
Oh, yeah. Beauty.
She's a pretty one.
Very.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Look at that. Look at that tanning
Come on.
on. Look at that tan. Look at that little tan line there and that little white. This one's got a little H on it, I think.
I didn't go into the bedroom, so no. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. That is that same one. She's pregnant.
I've got him on camera right now.
Oh, definitely. Look at that.
I'm wandering.
This was just a few months ago. There's wolf cubs in that area. Wolf pups. Look how pregnant she is.
Puppos.
Okay. Question here, because this just fucking dawned on me because I'm a little buzzed now, but how does the pregnant predator, like them, go hunting while they're pregnant? Or is it the pack's job to
That
bring
was it right there. She was wandering through the prairie dog town looking for prey.
Okay.
But
No,
newborn bighorn sheep. Little lamb.
babe. It always amazes me how fast animals learn how to stand up and just start walking.
All right.
Newborn lamb. How often are we going to see that for bighorn sheep?
Yeah. Well,
Out here, you might see them quite a bit because that is their stand animal, but that's us.
They hide from roads and people really intensely during the early weeks. You don't see the babies that small very often.
how in the heck is she just moving around like that afterwards?
Well,
They climb mountain faces minutes after birth.
mm-hmm.
It's mad
Hey,
skill
like I
there.
said, I'm no zoologist and I'm no biologist. This is way outside my areas.
Look at this. Look at how tiny this one is, running around in the peaks in the Badlands.
Mm-hmm.
There's one up there on the cliff face next
Yeah,
right.
I see that.
Yeah.
Oh, so they can kind of camouflage a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And look at it climb. It's literally wet from birth with an umbilical cord hanging, and it's climbing like that.
It also helps they're so small. There's not much mass to move around, so they can probably move better than the adults.
That's probably true too. Yeah.
Look at that little thing.
It's amazing what natural instincts they are born with. Kind of funny how we're the dominant species on the planet, and it takes us forever to get our heads out of our asses.
We are the slowest to mature, slowest to get functional as adult species. There you go. Both mamas there. This was far away in the rain, so I was having a little shaky with the camera.
Where was this at?
This was in the Badlands a few months ago.
There's
nursing. And Mom's like, not right here.
Yeah, not right here. Come on, move over here.
But I'm hungry.
It's like you'll eat when I say you're damn good and ready to eat. Just because you came out of me, I brought you in this world. I can
take it out.
your ass out.
That's why I need to get to editing on this stuff, because it really is amazing some of the stuff I've gotten. And I need to get to doing it. Look at this. This poor Stein is getting just.
Get the clip of him.
He's got an itch.
That poor post.
He's got an itch on. And you get all this stuff, Rosetta? Oh my goodness gracious.
These are all my little clips. These are just this year's.
Anybody else feeling jelly? Jesus Christ!
Oh, look at that. Look at those jaws.
Okay, I don't need a blowjob that bad. Jesus Christ!
Go to Florida and buy that in the shop in the gas
I
station.
lived in Florida. I lived in Florida almost half my life. Okay, I don't want to see those things again.
Yeah.
I've been a little too
He's a
close
tiny
to it,
baby.
and
It's
then I
still
would like.
wobbling.
Look at baby.
So, what do you call Rosetta? What is a baby bison called?
Usually it's a calf because it is a type of bovine. However, they're also nicknamed red dogs because of the coloration and the way they age.
Oh.
So their skin gets. I can see it. Their skin darkens as they get older. I'm guessing. How much do those calves weigh at that time of birth? Do you know?
Over 100 pounds at birth.
You telling me the fucking bison's carrying around a 100-pound baby?
Often twins.
Jeez, how heavy do bisons get?
Over a ton. They can stand over my car. Elk. Up in the hillside.
Rosetta, about how far are you away when you take these kind of shots?
This one, I wasn't that far, but I was on a road and there's a little drop cliff right between us.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know what your definition of not that far away is.
I'm trying to think how to put it. Most of my cameras, the maximum zoom is 40-ish, but I rarely do videos if I can't get it within a fraction of that. So it's usually between about 5 to 20 is the range I'm taking videos.
Tim had a question about where the hell you live. That you're in the middle of nowhere with all this wildlife everywhere and everything.
My house technically,
I don't see this shit.
My house technically is actually in the city here, and Cedar Rapids Metro is about $250,000. But I spend a lot of time out in the sticks and out in the woods, both here and in the Black Hills. Welcome back, Lydian.
Yeah, the way I put it was, where you're at is it's not hard to get to the middle of nowhere. And also a lot of the pictures are also from the zoo, so there's that. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually in the middle of nowhere, and about the only thing I see are coyotes, moles.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
That wasn't Steph. She's muted.
I mean,
That was a bit loud.
And I think she's still
Yeah, I don't know why that picked up that sound like that, so sorry. I muted that Sharon now because I was trying to do stuff and it wasn't supposed to pick up the sound like that.
yeah, I'm not used to seeing. I mean, Rosetta just seems to be in an area where she knows Well, I think it's also not just the fact that all that's around. That's probably a lot of the same true in a lot of areas. Rosetta's just been doing this most of her life, and for a different reason. But now she's picked it back up, so she remembered it. So she knows what to look for and where to find things that we are ignorant of. I mean, it's
a
just
lot of those turtles and herons and stuff like that I was showing you. I literally took those pictures downtown along the river, literally in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, you knew what to look for, and it stands out to. Here's the thing: you know what to look for because those things stand out to you, whereas other people, like most of us, we would say, "Oh, that's cute," and walk by, and probably forget about it 5 seconds later. You, on the other hand, you'll take the time to take, frame by frame shots of different stuff and do certain videos. And I don't know what goes on in your head, but obviously something goes on where you go that directs you to that route.
Well, also the way you angle a shot can make a lot of difference too. Because remember the show American Guns?
Yep.
I think it was on. Yeah. That shop. It's like they angle like it's in the middle of nowhere type of thing.
That's Spirit from After Resource Project.
Yeah, that shop is on 44th, just a couple blocks west of Kipling or east of Kipling. It's next to a Dairy Queen and there's a biker bar across the street. It's right in the middle of suburbia. Okay. Unfortunately, it's also shut down now because the guy got nailed working under someone else's license, and it was Obama's DOJ. So that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
see this?
Hey, we're letting
Is on Old River Road, downtown Cedar Rapids, literally a few blocks from where all the businesses and skyscrapers and stuff are. So,
what are they? They're both kind of squawking at the same time.
Yelling at somebody there, yeah.
Yeah, they were yelling at a goose that wouldn't shut up.
Like, keep it down!
Shut the fuck up. That was basically it. So how you doing tonight, Lydian?
I'm doing all right. You?
That's good.
And
I love my work.
and I think I've been on stream with Grandpa before. I think.
Yeah, he was the one that clip was from that we were yelling at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm the guy. Yeah, I'm the guy. Look, I'm the guy who fucked up. Okay,
There's a context to this because apparently somebody clipped that fight on my Twitch channel. When he tried to give me a shout out in his chat the other day, it pulled that clip up.
Oh, okay.
So
look, I still
how's this shot?
I never. Like I said, I don't remember pretty much anything about it. I pieced much of it together as I could. I've never gone back and watched it because I really don't think I ever want to see myself like that. So I'm like, you know what?
It's fine. We've made peace with each other. It's over.
I know we've made peace with each other. Whoa!
Yes,
Oh,
they will take down a deer.
Whoa! Whoa, Rosetta.
That's like the coolest photo.
The circle of life.
Yes, MB?
I did not know an eagle could take down a deer.
They do, actually, quite often.
Eating good in the neighborhood, yeah.
Look
if
at
the bird's
video.
big enough, yeah.
Look how many pictures I actually have of the eagles eating this.
Wow.
And then there's look at these takeoff shots. Look at this takeoff shot here.
Enough there having a block party.
So
Gotta take a picture of that booty.
I took this from the shoulder of a highway, pulled over, snapping out the window quickly between cars.
It's a good shot.
Yeah.
It's a good shot of that booty. Hey, Rosetta. So did they actually, do you know if they took it down or they were just getting a script? I mean, they don't seem like the vulture type, so.
They took that one down. I know they did. Because I know where it was and what angle it was at, and nothing else could get it. And it had claw marks on the throat when I first started getting the photos.
Wow, that's interesting.
What they do if they're going to take it down is they fly up underneath and they either bite or claw right in the throat and rip out the jugular.
Did you say there was multiple? Was this a team up? Or
There was about 12 eagles sitting there eating, but it definitely looked like one took it down and the others were enjoying the meal.
Wait, really? One eagle? Wow.
I've seen an eagle fly underneath a running deer and rip its throat out mid-run. That's a juvie, by the way.
Yeah, I started to say that one looks a little off from the rest.
How about that?
How long were you there taking all these shots?
I was standing behind my car taking these shots for probably about an hour and a half in the middle of a freaking blizzard.
Looks
weather.
like he's about to take off, but it also looks like he's about to take a dump.
I knew that part. I knew that last part was coming.
And if you look at this picture closely, a raven tried to come over and take some of the deer, and it literally bitch slapped him with the wing.
Yeah, you look at look at that. Look at that. That is his
You'll
life.
get some when I'm done, bitch.
No,
I ain't done.
No deal for you.
Here you can see it actually eating parts of it. But yeah, the rip is just on the other side right here in the snow. You can actually see it when it fell. And during the first little bit there, before some extra snow fell, you can actually see some of the blood on the snow next to it. So yeah, they actually took it down.
I had no idea bald eagles did that.
That's the sort of thing of why Ben Franklin did not like the idea of the bald eagle being the national symbol of anything.
Oh, he's a pussy in that
They were
regard.
vicious, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it's the truth.
There's two of them in an S.
He was.
No, the thing about him,
Pussy, or he was in a lot of pussy.
the thing, he was not seriously advocating for the wild turkey to be the national animal. He was just saying he'd rather have that than a fucking eagle. The eagles are vicious.
Yeah, exactly. Eagles are vicious. Don't fuck with us. Don't tread on me. It all went together.
That was kind
I
of
don't know.
that's kind of the message they're trying to. Dr. Franklin, sorry, I can't say much because he was,
How about that?
instrumental in my family's history. So I can't.
I'm not saying he didn't do good things, but in that regards, he was wrong.
Yeah.
What do you think of that one, though?
You're just chilling. Yeah.
Trying to think of a caption.
This gives you a little bit of a glimpse at the life I've led, doesn't it?
Yeah. Lots of eagles. Yeah.
Lots of violence.
Yeah,
Murder
welcome
birds.
to our-
Murder.
Really?
Murder
You
eagles.
had to go there. You had to go there, Lydia. Really?
Hey, you know what? When you live in a world of you've lived in a world of violence long enough, sometimes you got to go back to what you know.
Yeah.
It's just a reality check.
Trust me, Lydia knows this about me better than almost anybody. He's
I
just
didn't mean
giving me shit.
I wasn't trying to give you shit there. I'm just looking at the After Dark Discovery Channel stuff. I'm like, there's sex, violence. We just need rock and roll.
One of Rush Limbaugh's undeniable truths of life. We live in a world governed by the aggressive use of force. That applies to animals as well as humans.
So this is just a glimpse of it, and I am going to shut the stream down soonish and just try to do a little hangout with my friends before bed because I have been streaming almost 6 hours at this point.
Oh yeah, look at that. Time is
Yeah.
certainly flown by.
I don't even know when,
But-
I don't even know. Shit, I'm trying to figure out when I showed up.
Look at these. Look at this. I am good at what I do.
Yeah.
You got you gotta get the birds during the leaf changes. Oh, and they're getting so beautiful out
That's
there.
mama and babies in the nest. Look it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Eagles are ugly, by the way.
Don't
Eagles
fuck
are
with
ugly.
mama.
Look at their goofy beaks. I love it.
Hey, Captain April.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was thinking about what you said, and it reminded me of a quote I love from Crimson Tide. Gene Hackman says it.
Mhm.
War is a continuation of politics by other means.
Yeah.
How about that one?
Like when the diplomacy breaks down, guess what?
Isn't that pretty?
Ooh, nice.
Isn't that awesome?
Whoop, where are we at?
Very nice.
Oh, yeah. Just looking for that squirrel that was going to jump on that heron.
I know that I do a lot of crazy shit and take a lot of crazy photos, and I get lectured not to do stupid shit that'll get me injured by some little gnome at the bottom of the screen group here.
You're bringing me into this, and I'm like sitting here quietly, just chilling.
You lecture me.
You
Not
know
all
why?
People don't like being lectured to. Okay.
To be fair, he is one of my closest friends, so he gets a little bit of a pass.
Lydian, I have a broken leg, but I'm still gonna climb mountains.
No, I did not break my leg. I just broke my toes, and it wasn't climbing mountains. I was just hiking all over hills in the zoo. Get it right.
And I'm sick a little bit. Okay.
Why let a little thing like a virus get in the way, huh?
I won't go out when I have a virus because I'm not going to make other people sick. But if it's just my own medical issues, oh well.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fuck it, I'm getting in the air.
hey, you know what? Hey, natural selection. You know, shit happens.
NB, you're saying that to me, and I'm immune compromised.
But you ain't
You're
dead
still
yet, are you?
here. You're still here, aren't you?
They ain't got you yet.
I don't know why I'm still here.
They're doing their damnedest, but they haven't got you yet. Just keep moving.
Obviously, you are stronger than your immune system because you're telling your immune system, "Oh, you think I'm autoimmune? Fuck you! I'm gonna show you how the world works."
He's still standing.
You say as I'm sitting.
I'm still standing.
Hey, Rosetta, I'll have to DM you a couple of pictures I took of the caves. You might like a few of them.
I'll have to send you some from Wind Cave because it's where the Boxworth Tease is, which is really unique rock formation.
I'd never been in an actual cave, like, you know, a deep cave before. So that was quite fun.
My father-in-law got me down into a freaking cave tour this year. Me, Gimpy, sore, hurting, sick, with my anxieties, with my issues with feeling claustrophobic, and he got me down in a fucking crowded cave tour, and he didn't get me in the short one. He dragged me down almost 400 steps down and then through the twisting area.
I think I remember you bitching about how sore you were after that.
Bitching about my anxieties too. Get that right.
Hey, I had a breakdown. I actually had a breakdown experience that I've never had in my life.
Okay.
I had an issue.
How about
I had an issue my daughter brought up that caused a lot of stuff to happen. And I was supposed to go over there, and it was going to put me in a position I hadn't been in 17 years, and one I did not want to be in again. And I literally got in my Jeep, and I was supposed to drive 2.5 hours. And my anxiety building up to it over the days was so bad. I literally got in the Jeep. My wife was with me. Madam Geek was with me. And she was staying there waiting for me to go. And she said, what I thought was maybe a few seconds. She said for about 2-3 minutes, I was just sitting there frozen.
Look up.
Okay, Tim is saying some very nice things about your pictures over in my Twitter chat.
Thank you.
No, I don't know if he's still in this chat, but he might want to throw a link to him. I don't know.
Do you have the link? Because I don't offhand it. I've got so many tabs open right now. It'd be hard to do.
Hold on. Let me see what I sent to stuff.
It looks like you got a lot of let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 shots, 5 shots, 6 shots, maybe 7 shots there. Probably all just slightly framed differently.
Because I take a bunch for a while until I'm sure I have lots of good ones that'll work well.
No. Well, that's why I asked you about the frame thing, because they'll all be slightly different. Yeah. See.
There
Yeah.
we go. I think that's it.
Interesting.
Is that it? We'll find out in a second if I send him the right link.
Forbidden link.
Well, I got a couple links, and one of them was the last night.
Yeah, Rosetta, that's the stink eye.
The good thing is, if you look at where the eye's focused, it's not focused at me. It's looking up the hill.
Nope, that's
Oh.
I don't care who it is. That is the stink eye to somebody.
Yeah,
I know. No, but I was trying to say the swans I go visit that I've been friendly with for a long time. I went over there recently, and I haven't been able to be there all year, so I didn't know the new babies this year. And I go over to the edge of the fence, and one of the babies, they're about teenage equivalent now, looked at me and didn't recognize me, so it started to hiss. And right about the time it hissed, all of a sudden the dad spun around, smacked it with its wing, and hissed at him. And he kind of hangs his head and stopped and walked away. And he was peaceful to me the rest of the time. When he came back over, he came over peaceful and nuzzly.
Yeah, sorry.
Like Dad said, shut up. No, she's a friend, right?
You know,
Okay.
there is only one person, one photographer I've seen that even comes close to Rosetta's talent, and that is Scott Kahn. I mean,
She's seen one book of his pictures and sent me his opinion.
He could not even begin to come close to Rosetta's talent.
Oh. See, it's so weird because in so many ways, me and my sister are nothing alike. But we both became different types of photographers. And we are both beloved for our photography.
Okay, Tim, whose chat are you in right now? Are you in mine or Rosetta's?
Not mine.
If so,
Nope, that's yours.
all right. Well, tell you what. Let me.
Hey Rosetta, it's 8:30 here for me. I've been up since 3 a.m. I'm gonna start talking in I'm gonna take some stuff that's gonna start making me talk in cursive. So I'm gonna check out on you. Thanks for having me on. It was really a blast, guys. Y'all have a
Take care.
Have a good night.
Later.
Take care of yourself.
All right, let me go ahead and get back into mine now. So I can post a link to get over to yours.
How about that?
Oh, wow.
All right, there's the link to Rosetta's version of this stream, and you can get on there and then get on the link there, and get your ass in here and ask correct questions directly.
And it's a lot easier.
Because I'm bouncing back and forth, because I'm also following a little Twitter fight on.
How about this one?
That's a good shot.
Wow,
Woo!
he's got a fishy too.
He caught a fish, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like
It did blur a little in the wings, and it has a bit of a gray hint to it because this was at about 6 a.m.
Oh.
But
He's got
really, it's a good nature shot for show you what it's like too, though.
Yeah.
And that is a big ass fish. Look at the size of it compared to the giant eagle.
Oh yeah.
It's like boom, 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 boom. Tim, you have my YouTube. Just go to it. Lazy slacker.
What?
Yeah, but
And here you can see it landed with the fish hanging down right here. Heading into the nest. That wing pose, though, is so unique.
Yeah, that is different.
Yeah.
I love when I can get these shots that just aren't normal. They defy what you normally see. But there's so many of these. I really got to go through and get it all done. And I've been working. You can see the baby's face right here. You can see sitting right there watching over the nest. This is what I love. It really is. I love my nature work so much. Lydia knows because honestly, it's what I talk about almost all the time we hang out, isn't it?
Yeah. In terms of how you need to organize the photos, yeah.
No, my nature work in general. You fucking throwing me under the bus for how much I've been trying to work on this, aren't you?
Yeah, so then you'll get it done.
I've
You're
been working on it hours a day for months.
a
Get off
treacherous
my
little
ass a bit.
You're a treacherous little potato, aren't you?
No, the potato is ornery.
Okay.
Just damn, throw me right under the bus.
I wish it was semi, but you know.
I think someone's trying to get booted backstage for a while.
What?
Lydian will push my buttons to see how far he can push before I get pissy.
You do that to me as well, so shut the fuck
I
up.
don't know what you're talking about. I'm sweet and innocent, you little gnome-faced fucker.
Yeah. We even had a poll.
I never did see what that poll ended up at.
Bring it up.
I'm
Show it
afraid.
on screen.
63 to 37. Apparently, I'm pervy and mean.
Well, the people have spoken.
I have not submitted yet. I do need to. I'm going to be trying to down the road once I get some of this stuff together. I am really working hard on. Take off.
To the Great White North.
I heard that in my head as soon as I said it, so don't feel bad.
It's a beauty way to go. There you go.
Oh, shut up, poser.
I heard it double. It's fun.
Steffi echoes a lot.
Well, because she's in
No,
the
but
next, she's in the
yeah,
next room or something.
I know the reason why she echoes. It's funny. So then, if Captain April doesn't hear it, he'll hear it through the stream as well.
That, by the way, is a juvie about ready to fledge from the nest. Look it.
Yeah, it gets real fun on my end. I hear, hear it from the next room and I hear it in the headphones.
That little guy.
Well, that cat, you're welcome to hop back in until I close. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to go much longer because I am getting exhausted, but I don't like ending when I'm almost to a new hour mark. So.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
And while we're at this, because I'm working in photography, this will go back as a throwback to when I started my channel. I still maintain standby and will always stand by. Steve Bureau is a douchebag. Okay, let's throw some context in this.
Yes.
There was this eagle shot that made popular globally for quite a while. That was taken by him. That was published internationally in multiple magazines. He crossed the line in taking this photo. In the interview with him, he talked about climbing onto the rock the eagle was on and aggravating it to get it to charge at him to get the angle.
Is this the guy you were telling me about, or is this somebody else? Okay.
This is one of the two I told you about.
That sounds like a good way to die if you're going to piss off nature.
Yeah. And so, first of all, he says the thing, he goes, and the eagle was really mad, but it works out great for me because it helped me get the shot in the interview. So I went ballistic and went on a tirade and did a video about it, which was not polite. And I titled it "Steve Bureau is a douchebag."
Well, that's like
got it pulled for supposed. One sec here.
Harassment.
That's like saying, hey, that bear didn't pose the way I wanted to, so I pissed it off and it ripped my arms off.
No, they pulled this video down, claiming that my using his full name, which was in international magazines and published, was doxing.
He's a public figure.
I used the name that was in a fucking international magazine interview.
So you should have just reacted to the video where they gave his name.
Yeah.
Actually, I did a video mocking them for taking the other one down. And multiple times throughout it repeated the story and they didn't catch it, so fuck them. But anyway, that one pissed me off because I didn't do such fucking thing.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube
in a public story.
Well, YouTube has that problem in terms of applying its community guideline rules.
Well, a lot of it's automated. It just picks up it's a full name. It's his own. It's what he posts under.
Yeah, 11 months ago they nuked Sleazy P Martini's channel. Now it's
Mhm.
now he's on a Rumble or something. So yeah, they do that stuff.
It's like, look, I can acknowledge issues, flaws. I can acknowledge that I was a bitch in that video and I was absolutely visceral to him, and I was.
Mhm.
And if they had taken it down saying, you know, this is really crossing the line of just absolutely abusive behavior, I probably would have said, he deserved it, but okay. You
Yeah,
know?
because at the very least that described the video.
But doxing? Because I used the name that was in the international news articles and interviews.
Yeah.
It's like, no, fuck you. That's not doxing, you idiots.
Well, how many times have I been
very
accused of doxing?
anti-doxing. I am very anti-doxing, and I've worked hard fighting against people doing that shit. So for them to sit there and say that pissed me off royally.
Mhm.
How many times have I been accused of doxing this whole thing with anything? No, I've never.
No.
I made it quite. Yes, I do have information, but you ain't getting it. Not what I mean.
So I think 6 hours with probably, I would say, an average viewers of about 6 over on the Twitch will definitely help boost my average viewers up closer to the number I need. It's not enough to get me there from where I was, but it will get me closer.
Cool. And and even when I haven't been active, I've had it up. So.
Thank you.
Well, I've got it on the whole time. You know, so.
I was doing really great earlier. I had these great viewers. It was up almost to 10 over there. He made a comment about something I talked about doing on another stream, and it tanked.
Oh.
3 immediately and lost 2 more right after.
So it's my fault for relating known history. Okay, yeah.
Yes. The way you said it, yes, because I think you scared off almost every guy in my chat.
What happened now?
It didn't scare me away.
Look on the bright side. Fewer stalkers. Okay, they know what's going to happen if they try. If they
Look,
cross the
we're
line.
going to end the stream soon anyway. Do you want to repeat it now?
She needs to lose more viewers. Go ahead and say it.
Well, just I forget the kind, but it's like it's going to be how you're talking about being a sweet and innocent thing. Yeah, I said the guy who had to shoved his nuts into his abdominal cavity. He might have something to say about that.
Oh.
I think that's the least of your worries.
Yeah.
Really? You lost viewers because of that?
Yeah, apparently they're scared of the idea of having their nuts kicked up into their stomach.
Which is, a normal male reaction. It's like you just automatically wince.
And then, there's a context to this. This guy literally grabbed me from behind and threw me against a rock wall and tried to climb on top of me. So this wasn't some innocent guy.
No. He had it coming. I said it at the time. He had it coming.
Did you go goal?
No. What the fuck?
Beep, 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 beep.
Like you kick the ball into
absolutely defend what I did. I had to stop him from doing something far worse. I'm fine with that. I stand by what I did. And I actually kind of am sad that they actually did give him the surgery because he shouldn't have gotten him back.
Rosetta kicks the ball. It looks like it's up. It's good.
It's got the distance, and it's through the uprights. Okay.
It's worth double the points.
Rosetta, you just won the Super Bowl. What are you gonna do next?
On a fucking Disneyland.
Oh, fuck no. Okay, God, that almost made me fall out of my seat. Oh my God, I'm laughing so hard, I'm crying. So we're at 6 hours. It is almost 8 o'clock here. I really should end this. To talk a little to my friends before I go to bed.
We had this time.
I got one more joke. You kicked him so hard they made a new sport called football.
On that note, good night, everybody. Good night.